All right, what is good? What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Today, we got a great show for you guys today, man. Gonna be talking about a lot of video game news, a lot of different stuff to go over. We got updates. I actually just did a video on it, but we're gonna be going over Metroid Prime 4. We've got updates on Donkey Kong Bonanza, Mario Kart World, Nintendo Switch 2 sales. We've got updates on Borderlands. We've got updates on a variety of different games. So it's going to be a lot of fun to talk about different stuff here in the stream today. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We got to make sure that we let mods know. Mods, y'all got to be reminding people when they come in, you see somebody new, make sure they hit that like button. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel as well as we head towards 130K. So thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream today. Appreciate that. If you're enjoying, once again, hit that like button. Let's go. Let's go ahead and get into the shoutouts. And I did see this. Party Man was here first. Shoutouts to Party Man. Also, thank you to Fireball. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Go and hit that sub button. Thank you, Fireball, for the subscription. Let me know how the audio sounds too. I did do a little bit of rebalancing of the audio before the stream started. So let me know how it sounds, if it's too loud or not loud enough. Let me know in the chat. All right, Party Man's here. Dior is here. What's up, Dior? Mustache Man. Welcome, Mustache Man. Welcome. Chilling to pick up your wife from the airport. All right, sounds good. Good husband. Fan of the Nintendo. Hey, what's up, man? Welcome. Mustache Man once again. Party Man is here. Jamar. What's up, Jamar? Daniel C. Astral's off the chain. Shaw X. What up, Shaw X? Welcome to the stream. J Will presents. D Money. Creosin Bomb. Shout outs, man. Welcome, Shaw X. Welcome. Bead Queen is here. What's up, Bead Queen? Welcome to the stream, Bead Queen. Welcome, welcome. The Cool Guy. What is good, the Cool Guy? Jeffrey Tucker. What's up, Jeffrey Tucker? House Gang. I don't know how to say the name. Ganem. What's up, man? MCC on Switch 2 soon, baby. Well, we'll see if it's going to be soon or not. We will see. Welcome, though. Centrals. Is it Centrals? What's up? Rosen. What's good, Rosen? What is good? What is good? House Gang is here. Bead Queen is here. Dior is here. Rosen. Hayes G. What's up, Hayes G? Welcome. We will see about Master Chief. We'll see about what Xbox games come over. So I'm guessing, like, it's one of those things to where, like, Xbox games coming over that we'll probably see more at the next Nintendo Direct. That's what I'm guessing is when we'll see some of those games at the next Nintendo Direct overall. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. All right, so I got a little bit of a block on there, but we're good. Let me play that. There we go. All right, let's see here. I bed shortly, but have it going. All right, take it easy, Rajiv. Thank you. I just received my Nintendo Switch 2 email invite today from Nintendo. Nice. Are you actually gonna get a Switch 2 from them, or do you already have one? Peter Harding, yo, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. What's good? What's good? Let's see. We're all going to end up with Redfall. Redfall. Oh man, I totally forgot about that game. Justin with the $3 DK.
I installed a screen protector for the first time ever with no bubbles or fuzz. I'm shocked. LOL also looks Monster Hunter Lite or Wild Hearts S is decent on Switch 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw some people talking about it. There was some reviews that went out there. I think Nintendo Life gave it like a 7 out of 10 or something. Not that I trust their reviews or anything, but that's the one review that I did see somebody talk, or that I did see on my phone or something like that, when I scrolled through. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for the $3 dono. Appreciate that. I might cover it in a video. I might cover Wild Hearts S in a video when it comes to that. I'm surprised they didn't reach out, but either way. Big love to Justin. Thank you for the $3 dono. Appreciate that. Full combo rewards and effects, even though we started up a little bit later tonight. Sorry about that, guys. I had a late start to my work day just because I went to sleep really late last night, so I wasn't able to wake up in the morning and, you know, work the way that I wanted to. So there was some stuff, taking care of family and all that. But I didn't get started to work until like 2 o'clock, you know, so have to get the video out. And then, of course, that delayed the live stream and all that. My boy was being a little fussy today, so that's why I'm a little bit behind schedule. But we're here. We're locked in. We're ready to go. We're 4 Elite Ninja away as well. Members, elite members from 500 on the Elite board. So that'd be dope if we can get it tonight. Thank you guys so much for your support, though. I appreciate it. Let's go. Let's see here. Big love to Life Will Change. Life Will Change is here. Shaw X is here. Shout outs. Let's go. The Cool Guy. What's up, the Cool Guy? What's good? What's good? Welcome. Antonio, Drew Arco, Rufino, Giovanni CPU. What is good? Yes, adulting today. You know, a lot of adulting today. Just trying to juggle doing my videos, taking care of my boy, obviously, like, you know, my wife, stuff that she needs and all that, you know. So it's just a busy, kind of hectic day today, overall. But, you know, it's life. You got to do what you got to do, you know. Let's see here. Mario Party passed Mario Kart World on the eShop, not Bonanza though. Mario Kart. I didn't look at the eShop charts. So you're saying basically it's number 1 is Mario Party, number 2 is Bonanza, and number 3 is Mario Kart World. Is that the order? I didn't look at the charts today. I'll take a look right now though. We can check it out right now. So we'll see what's up there. Big left adjustment with another $3 dono.
Also, tomorrow is my birthday. I'm going to be 31, so I will be officially in my 30s. LOL DK is so much fun still, even after beating it.
You're gonna be in your 30s, like you're really in your 30s, not just 30, but you're really in your 30s. Hey, 31 is still young though, man. 31 is still really young, so nothing wrong with that at all, Justin. And happy early birthday. We're gonna be having a JoJo late night stream, so I don't know if you might be able to join, but yeah, definitely happy birthday now if you can't join tomorrow's stream. Big love to Justin, Elite Ninja, Roundtable Ninja as well. We got a lot of cool stuff planned for Kirby coming up as well. So happy birthday, my dude. Seriously, from everybody here at the Elite Ninja Village, you are goated, and I mean that, man. So yeah, working like crazy. Hey, yeah, it's always busy with the Fiber Man coming through. Always busy. A lot of people getting internet, and TV and all that. Okay, so I'm looking at the best sellers, and yeah, no, the best sellers is still Donkey Kong Bonanza. So Donkey Kong Bonanza is still the number 1 bestseller on the Switch 2. The Jamboree TV upgrade pack is number 2. The Mario Kart World is number 3. Then Jamboree TV plus Mario Kart Jamboree plus Jamboree TV, like the DLC with the game, that's number 4. WWE 2K25 is number 5. Cyberpunk is number 6. And then another $120 bundle of WWE is number 7. And then number 8 is No Man's Sky. Number 9 is Zelda Breath of the Wild upgrade pack. Number 10 is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4. Number 11 is Zelda Breath of the Wild, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition. Number 12 is Zelda Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Number 13 is the upgrade pack. Number 14 is another version of WWE 2K. People are really, really, really enjoying WWE on Switch 2. There's 3 separate versions. The $70 version is number 5. The $130 bundle is number 7, and the Undertaker bundle or whatever, the Deadman bundle is $100. That one's number 14, and then Fantasy Life is number 15. So yeah, depends on the third-party game that you're putting out. You put out a third-party game that people want, it can do really well, like Cyberpunk, Fantasy Life, you know, games like that. So all right, what's up, OJ? 30 hours into DK 100% Forest Layer. Yesterday, gonna do the same with Freezer Layer tonight. Nice. Yeah, I'm on the Forest Layer. I'm near 100% with that. I'm getting close to I'm probably like 50-60% done with that, so I'll finish that up. So I'm moving along. I got 20+ hours myself, so yeah. What's up, the Cool Guy? It's going good, man. Can't complain. What's up, Yoshi? So I've taken the day off, and I was able to successfully refund from PlayStation after an auto-renewed 12-month subscription. So there you go. So I told you that they'll probably let you do it if you call them and ask them, you know? So yeah. What's up, Gene Chat? Welcome to the stream. What's up, KO Ken? KO Ken times 10. I like that. Let's go. KO Ken. Charging up like Goku over here. Big love to Justin once again. We are, what is that? 13 combos away. No. 9 combos away. There you go. 9 combos away from the first 15-minute extension. Let's go. All right. If you guys have any questions as well, you can tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence, PlayerEssence by itself. More than happy to answer your questions too. Video game stuff. Skeeter says, Love and DK, come on, Hyrule Warriors. There you go. Hyrule Warriors probably going to get a release date at this next upcoming Nintendo Direct. So yeah, it's all good. All right, shall we get into some of the gaming news? Let's talk about Donkey Kong Bonanza. Or no, let's talk about the Xbox games. Xbox games coming to coming to Nintendo Switch 2 and PlayStation. Some more Xbox games. Oh, there's already been a lot announced for the PlayStation 5, but apparently Christopher Dring from the game business says that he's heard that there's more Xbox games coming to PS5 and to Nintendo Switch 2. So let me get to my. So essentially, here's what he said. He said this. He said Xbox is expected to announce more game ports to other platforms, including Nintendo Switch 2 and PS5 in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, PlayStation is bringing its hit shooter Helldivers 2 to Xbox in August. So more, Microsoft putting games on other platforms, and Sony kind of trying to just dip their toes a little bit into that themselves, So what Xbox games would you guys like to see on Switch 2? Like, if you had to pick, what would be like your top games that you'd like to see if this does come true? Let's see here. Evening, sir. FYI, your description is outdated. My description is outdated. Oh, on this. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was based off the what's it called? The Pokemon Presents. Yeah, here we go. Let me just remove that real quick. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know why it saved it. We streamed yesterday. That wasn't the Pokemon Presents, right? Yesterday, did I stream yesterday? I'm almost positive I did, right? Or did I take the... Okay, maybe I didn't stream the night. Yeah, I probably did. Okay. Yeah, I didn't. So that's what happened there. I was kind of wondering, like, what happened? That's what happened. What's up, Egomaniac? Welcome to the stream. What is good? What's up, Fox? Moonites, welcome. Says Starfield. You'd like to see Starfield come over. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Gears, Forza, Gears, Age of Empires, Halo, Indiana Jones. Yeah. Yeah, those are all cool games for sure. I don't think I'd play any of those anymore, but those are all cool games. Maybe I might, depending on how good the port is. I mean, Forza Horizon, maybe. That might be a game that I can play like during like football season or something like that, where I just kind of play it casually. So yeah, man. Let me tell you something, brother OJ. You were right about Switch 2 sales numbers, and the haters are crying like little girls, brother. I mean, listen, man. Of course I'm right about the Switch 2 sales. Of course I am. Of course we just had someone that tried to lie and sit there and say that it's underperforming with a fake analysis that Nintendo never actually said, and and left out Nintendo's actual analysis, which was 15 million units for the first 10 months, which is incredibly conservative compared to what they're selling right now. Of course I'm right about that, because I'm not dishonest and trying to grift for views. I mean, that's the meta right now, just being angry about Nintendo Switch 2, That's the meta when it comes to news, when it comes to actual news. Now, obviously, game reviews and stuff is different, but the meta is just being angry about everything. And you got a bunch of, opportunists that will sit there and lie and manipulate and try to act like, because they're angry about the system. Listen, you don't have to like something. I don't like everything. And I don't care if you don't like something. And I don't mind fair criticism, critique, but lying and manipulating numbers for views on YouTube? Come on now, man. Come on now, man. Aren't we better than that? We should be better than that. Justin with another $3 dono.
Psychonauts 1 and 2 would be smart, but I would like Forza Horizon. It's a great podcast or football game, something you don't have to pay much attention to.
Exactly. That's, I mean, you know what? Psychonauts. I never thought about Psychonauts, but yeah, Psychonauts could be something. Psychonauts could definitely be something pretty good for the Switch 2. I think that would actually work really well, and people would probably buy do a Psychonauts 1 and 2 bundle on Switch 2. I think that would really do well. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for another $3 dono. Justin running it here. Also, Elements 11 RMK gets his 3-year badge. Thank you so much, Elements 11 RMK with the 36 months, man. I appreciate that. Let's go, Justin, upping the Hokage lead to $9. Anybody does 9 or more, you can get up my man Justin on the board. Thank you so much, Justin. I appreciate that. Once again, just running the stream right now. 3 or more to time up or pass them up on the Stream Ninja board. Halo Master Chief Collection, probably the only game on Switch. Okay, yeah. Because you already got PC, so. Yeah, you know, we have a bunch of fake accounts. People that are making fake accounts and sending people messages that they won giveaways on my channel. And I don't even know how to find them all. Trying to track down all these people are freaking annoying, man. I'm sorry about that, bro. I'm gonna make a disclaimer next time that I do a giveaway that I'll announce it and I'll be like pinned to the comment to the top of the comment section. Like, I'll do that next time where I actually pin it to the top and tell people, let them know, like, because like trying to even find these, trying to run down these bots is freaking annoying. Sorry about that, Kamoy. Grounded 2. So yeah. Let's see, only numbers I'm manipulating is my age. From now on, I'll be 38 forever. Shout out to Orlando, let's go. What's up, Johnny? Welcome. What's up, Egomaniac? Shout outs, man. Welcome to the stream. Grounded 2. Yeah, I've never really got into Grounded, so I don't really care too much about that franchise. But if you like it, yeah. What makes Grounded such a good game for you, House Gang, if you played the first one? Man, we're going to get screwed and get Avowed. I mean, Avowed's not a bad game, though, right? Like, I think it actually reviewed pretty well. I don't think it's a bad RPG. I think it'd actually probably do pretty well on Switch, too. I don't think that's a bad thing to have. I mean, it's like Skyrim, right? It's kind of like Skyrim, or it's kind of like those type of games, first-person RPG type games. So I don't think it'd be that bad. Oh no, I was guessing games that might come to Switch 2. Oh, Grounded. Yeah, I mean, Grounded 1's on Switch 1, so yeah, Grounded 2 makes sense for Switch 2. Yeah. I would definitely get Psychonauts. Yeah, I think Psychonauts would be the only game that I can think of that I'd probably buy day one if it ran and looked decent enough. So, yeah. Temu Oblivion. I don't know, man. Oblivion's kind of a Temu Oblivion. Temu's Oblivion's kind of a Temu Oblivion, bro. I don't know, man. Man, I seen that remaster and I was like, yeah, I'm good. I seen that remake or I was like, yeah, I think I'm good, fam. I remember playing Oblivion back in the day and being excited, but I saw that remaster and I was like, nah. I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't know, you know, Avowed actually looks a little bit better in some sense, you know? But yeah, let's see. Yeah, let's see here. I really want Grounded 2 for me. And my brother put 200 hours into Grounded. He's on PlayStation while I played on Switch. It's a really fun co-op survival game. Man, you played that crusty version on Switch 1? That's dedication to Grounded, bro. That is dedication. What's up, 91 Gamer Boy? So yeah. What is good? What is good? Hellblade 2 with free Hellblade 1 update announcement. Oh, yeah, Hellblade. Yeah, I don't like that game either. I don't like anything, right? You guys are probably thinking, this dude doesn't like anything. Yeah, but I think that would be great, too. I tried out Hellblade 1. There was people whispering in my ear and all this weirdo stuff, like mental illness type of simulator and stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'm out. Like, I think I played for a bit. There was all this whispering and I was just like, I'm out, bro. This is weirdo, like, mental institution simulator. I'm out. I can't be playing this type of stuff. This ain't for me. this definitely ain't for me. So I had to get out while I still could, or I still can, man. I got out of there. Yeah, Hellblade is Ninja Theory. It's a good game. It's just I'm not into all those mental weirdo simulators and stuff like that. I just want to play a video game. Like, I already got to deal with that stuff IRL. I'm not trying to play through somebody else's eyes that has mental issues, like mental health issues. Like, bro, like over here whispering, I'm hearing stuff over here in the background. I'm thinking somebody's trying to talk to me and all. I'm like, nah, I'm out. I'm out. So let's see here. Oh, that game sounds like my inner thoughts. Yeah. You start freaking out. I think that's what they were going for too. But yeah, it's just not for me. But yeah, shout out to all those who played it. It's not a bad game at all. It's actually a decent port on Switch 1 as well. Like, it looked pretty good, all things considered, you know. So yeah, can't wait for that new retro-looking Terminator game. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I think RGT talking about that game. Yeah, I'm not big into Terminator, but it looks pretty cool. It does look pretty cool, I gotta admit. It was 10 out of 10. What, the Hellblade? Hellblade 1? So, yeah. So, Drew Arco, you gotta get the Hellblade one. Love Terminator, looks amazing. Yeah, like the pixel art stuff always looks pretty good. Like, whenever we get, like, a new, you know, like, pixel art game, it always looks fairly decent overall, like, with the pixel art stuff. So, yeah, man. Absolutely. Hellblade 1 and Hellblade 2? Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. If you liked it that much, that's good. Hopefully, did you already play Hellblade 1 and Hellblade 2 on, like, Xbox or something else, Mascon? Or would you pick it up on Switch as well if it came over? Like, or Switch 2, more like it. Yeah, it was really crusty, but the fun outweighed it for me. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the Switch, I saw the grounded Switch version, I was like, ooh. I was like, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that one, brother. I think I'm good. I think I'm actually good. But yeah, so you guys are kind of... Ooh, Lost Odyssey. Dude, Lost Odyssey would be good. I mean, I don't think it's coming, but man, a Lost Odyssey port over to the Switch 2. That would be something that I'd like to play. I'd like to play Lost Odyssey over on the Switch 2. I really would like to play it on the Switch 2. Because I just think it's such a great, you know, type of game. It's just such a interesting and fun game with the cool battle mechanics. And they've done nothing with it for like the last 20 years. Like, I think Lost Odyssey came out in, what, 2008? Or something like that. So it's been a long time since Lost Odyssey came out. And they've done nothing with it. There's been no, like, outside of just it's like a re-release on the Xbox store for Xbox One, you know, outside of that, they haven't done anything. They've done literally nothing. They own the IP too, so it's not like anybody else can do anything else with it. So yeah. Probably done with work. Glad that you're streaming right now. Hey, no problem, Max Suddenly. Thank you for coming out to the stream. How you doing today? The cool guy says, I'll be back. All right, I'll be back. Terminator, I'll be back. You plan on picking up Pragmata from what we've seen so far from the gameplay? No, not really. Once we get the reviews and all that, then I'll check it out. I might pick it up later, but right now I'm not really too like, oh my god, hyped on it, because they took way too long to even talk about that game. Like, that game's been in development for like a million years, so we'll see what happens. I'm doing okay, Mascom. Thanks for asking. I'm doing okay. How are you? So, but yeah, Pragmata. I mean, it's definitely a game that's like, I'll see it. I mean, obviously I'll cover it at some point or something, you know. What's up, Nate Dog? Welcome to the stream. What's good? Welcome. I'm tired, but I got spicy fried chicken, honey biscuits for dinner. Oh, sounds like a winning combination. Spicy fried chicken and honey biscuits. That's got to be from, like, what? You got, like, KFC, or you got, like, Popeyes, or you got some type of, like, chicken place? All right, what's up, Stu Gots? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? What's good? Welcome. Let's see here. You see the new South Park? I haven't seen the new South Park yet, but yeah, we're not going to talk about it because there's like too much political stuff in there, so I'd rather not talk about that. But yeah, people were talking about, people were saying all sorts of crazy stuff overall about it. So I did see somebody uploaded the full like video, or like the full episode on Twitter. So I'll check it out. I'll check it out later. Let's see here. I wouldn't be shocked to see Xbox games on Switch 2. I think Hi-Fi Rush would be a perfect Switch 2 game. Yeah, I don't think they own the IP anymore, but I think Microsoft might still publish it, or might not. I'm not sure, but they sold the IP to the studio, and then that studio got picked up by somebody else, so maybe somebody else gets that. But I don't even know how the publishing rights would work with Hi-Fi Rush 1. So there was rumors that Hi-Fi Rush 1 was going to be on Switch 1, but maybe it comes to Switch 2 instead. No. We need some Final Fantasy games on Switch 2. Some Final Fantasy games. Well, Final Fantasy's coming. We know that Final Fantasy 7 Remake is coming, so I think they're going to do that first, you know. Ooh, Church's Chicken. You know, I don't think I've had Church's Chicken in a hot minute. I don't recall even the last time that I did. So maybe I'll go to that at one point. Hi-Fi Rush sales could rival Zelda sales. I think you're just coming here and saying all sorts of crazy stuff. Bascon, this man out here just wilding today. Is the new South Park Snow Day a game any good, worth picking up? I don't think it was that great. It was like a multiplayer game. I don't think it even has a community. So yeah, like a community that plays the game that much anymore. Too greasy? You can always use a napkin. Everything's too greasy these days. You just got to use a napkin and pat everything down. Whenever I buy pizza or whenever I buy anything, really, I take a bunch of napkins and just pat everything down, dude. So everything's too greasy these days. So I just pat stuff down, to be honest. That actually makes it taste better to me. If you pat down, get rid of that grease and all that, it makes the food taste way better. So yeah. Says the LOL live was delayed. Now it's good. Was delay. I didn't get any delayed on my end, so I don't know if it was YouTube tripping on your end, dude. But it's all good. What's up, RX Gaming? Yeah, I wasn't sure Xbox can even publish it as well. I didn't know Tango owned just to make sequels and the IP, but don't own the publishing rights. Well, yeah, they sold the IP, so they sold the IP over to Tango. Then Tango got picked up by the different companies. So we'll see how that works, or if anything happens at all. So yeah. Yeah, we will see how that works. What's up, Speedster? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? What is good, guys? Make sure you guys say what's up. If you're in the chat, you're just lurking, at least just say hi one time so I can say what up to everybody. Also, I'd really appreciate if you guys hit that like button. We did get a little bit of a late start, so it would be great if we hit that like button. It lets more of the people know, like, oh, he started up late today. Let me get into the stream. So I'd appreciate that. Hey, what's up, Juice Music? Welcome to the stream, man. What's up, Jeff Richards? Welcome. Yo, what up, Chad Qualo? Welcome to the stream. Matt New, all right, I see you guys. I see the lurkers coming through. Appreciate you guys. That's good. It's just good to see some of you guys' faces and see some of you guys' names in the chat, you know, that don't always talk. So, I appreciate that. What's up, Black Strife? Welcome, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What is good? What is good? Shout outs. You guys are awesome. All right, so we got Xbox games out of the way for the most part. Let's see if we can go into the next topic. Let's discuss a little bit more about Donkey Kong Bonanza. So a lot of people were trying to tell me that Donkey Kong Bonanza, that Nintendo should have launched with Donkey Kong Bonanza because Donkey Kong Bonanza is the better game than Mario Kart World, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But people were saying, oh, it would have done better with that game and people would have been more excited and this and that. And I once again had to let people know, they calling me names, calling me fanboy, and I'm like, no, that's not the right call because not as many people play Donkey Kong and that's not as big of a draw to the casual audience. Like, Donkey Kong's coming. It don't matter if it's there at launch or not. The game that you need to really get people in and keep people coming back is Mario Kart. That's the game that is the sequel to the game that sold 70 million copies, you know, like that's the big game. And I had people tell me no, and people were saying it on Twitter, and then I was responding back to them, and then they were responding back to me. But I think now we can definitively say, based off the first debut sales in Japan, at least, we can definitively say that Mario Kart was the right call because Donkey Kong Bonanza had a great opening week in Mario Kart, great opening week in the sales numbers. Donkey Kong Bonanza sold over 127,000 K. That's 10 times more than Astrobot sold. Physical retail sales, not including digital where it's number one. But if you look at the, if you look at the physical sales of the game, Mario Kart World sold 130-something thousand plus. So it swallowed Donkey Kong Bonanza completely. It swallowed it whole. So that's what I was trying to tell people. Like with Mario Kart, you're going to get a massive, huge amount of people. I get it. $80, I get it. People don't like it as much. Oh, I get it. The single player's not as whatever, you know, but Mario Kart is just one of those eternal, super popular games that people just will buy a system for. So it makes no sense to not launch with that massive, huge, eternal system seller. It makes no sense to launch with Donkey Kong first. It really doesn't. And that was proven true today. So strike another one for me, is I guess. So Mario Kart brings the numbers. Donkey Kong a month later. It makes sense. It's a 1-2 punch. And now we get into the Nintendo Direct, where they're going to be talking about a bunch of other games. There's going to be stuff like Metroid Prime 4, Age of Imprisonment, Kirby Air Riders, and all the other Switch 2 editions that are coming. Obviously, Pokemon Legends. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is a Switch 2 edition, but Pokemon Legends ZA, Metroid Prime, Kirby, Double Kirby, Kirby Air Riders, Star-Crossed World. Like, that's what the flow was going to be. That was a solid plan, and that's turning out to be true. I guess the Jamboree also launched today, so you're backing it up with some Mario Party. Mario Party always sells good. So, yeah. Legends ZA was the one I wanted to launch with. Looks good though. Maybe needed to cook a little bit longer. Yeah, they're not going to launch with a Pokemon game. Yeah, that also doesn't make sense to launch with the Pokemon game. Makes no sense to do that. You got to give it a little bit of time before Pokemon. Pokemon games are usually like holiday. I mean, sometimes they'll launch early in the year, but they're usually holiday games. So if they were going to launch a Pokemon game with the system, it would definitely have been like a fall launch. So, oh, you sent me a Discord DM? All right, I got you, Nakat. Shoutouts, brother. Appreciate that. Sorry. You know what? I'm a noob when it comes to Discord, Nakat. My bad, brother. I barely check it. I need to check it more, though. I do have people sending me stuff. What's up? How's RGT doing? He ain't been going too well in his video today. His stepdad being back in the hospital. Yeah, that's something that you're gonna have to talk with him, man. I mean, I'm not RGT, so I see what you're saying, Gaming Mariner. But yeah, man, like you got to ask RGT. You can reach out to him. You know, I'm not gonna talk about his business on stream. You know, although I am sorry for his dad and everything, or for his stepdad. But yeah, I don't really. I'm not gonna speak for somebody else that's going through personal pain and stuff like that, man. It's best to just reach out to them on Twitter if you want to talk to him. That's not my business to be speaking for him, but yeah, I definitely my thoughts and prayers are with him and his family. Let's see here. The Great Wall, what's up, The Great Wall? Welcome to the stream. What's good? Welcome. Switch 2's fastest selling console, yes sir. It is the fastest selling. And then you have people that are trying to sit there and lie. Once again, I don't care if you don't like the system or not, but don't lie about the actual numbers and stuff. Mario Kart World launch makes most sense. It really does. Got bored of MK, pointless grind, great game. All right, that's cool. Like I said, but it's just one of those things to where it's the best game to launch with. I get some people don't like it, or they got bored of it, or they got tired, whatever. That's fine. But it was still the best game to launch with, regardless of your opinion. It was still the best game to launch with. Like factually, like we're looking at the numbers now, and factually, it was still the best game to launch with, from what we know right now. Like I said, if something changes, if DK comes out and DK sells like 8 million units in like a day or two, which it's not going to happen, but if it does that and it dwarfs Mario Kart World, then I'm like, okay, yeah, you guys, maybe I was wrong. But that's not the case so far from what we're seeing when it comes to the sales with the at least in Japan. But we'll see. We will see worldwide. But yeah, DK is a great follow-up game in my opinion. DK is a great follow-up game. Even before the numbers came out, it just made more sense to launch with Mario Kart World in my opinion. It did. Obviously it did. So even before, and that's what I was trying to tell people, but people weren't paying attention to me. Well, some weren't. Most people knew that was the best course of action. Let's see here. Okay, I just thought you might know as his friend. Yeah, and even if I did know, Gaming Mariner, I'm not going to be saying his business on my live stream. Like, that stuff is highly personal, so I'm not going to be sitting there and saying his business and saying certain things that we spoke about, even if we did. That's not a good friend. A good friend doesn't do that, unless the person gets permission, but I just feel uncomfortable talking about that type of stuff. But once again, you saw what he said on Twitter. He is a friend of mine, and I said the same thing that anybody else would say as a friend. I'm sorry about what's going on. And that's it. But I mean, if we spoke about stuff personally, I'm not gonna say it online. I'm not gonna say it here. I'm not gonna say it at all. So yeah, because that's stuff that's personal. I don't want to betray the trust of people that I know. So yeah, but no, it's, like I said, thoughts and prayers to him and his family. I know he's going through a lot right now, WWE looks impressive. Not something I'd buy full price, but still impressive. There's so many different versions of not full price. Seems like that. Yeah, we went through the Eshop sales, and yeah, people seem to be buying it. But yeah, it's not a game that I would buy full price. I mean, I don't even like wrestling like that, so it's probably not a game that I buy at all. I don't think have I ever even played a WWE 2K game? I'm not even sure if I've even played any of them. I'll be honest. I'm trying to think if I've even played a 2K game. I'm not even sure if I have. So yeah. Yeah, not everything's for the internet, exactly. Not everything's for the internet. Let's see here. So, let's see. You were right about Game Pass years ago. I was right about Game Pass years ago. Oh, man. That's crazy. Maybe I was right about Game Pass years ago. We'll see. College football on Switch 2. Not this year, probably next year, Jeff Richards. Pokemon Zaza. Not even Pokemon ZA. Zaza. That's the sequel. Pokemon Zaza. Looking promising. No, I knew what you meant. Pokemon ZA. Yeah, Pokemon ZA is looking pretty cool. I think I'm gonna enjoy the game. I think so. I think I am. So yeah, man, WWE is a massive game, 70 gigabytes. Yeah, it's a pretty big game. I mean, you're gonna see a lot of these games that come over from PS5 and Xbox. They're big games. Deported to Slay with the $2 dono says you should cut a vicious promo on RGT 85, brother. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna cut a vicious promo. I'm gonna cut a vicious promo. Not today. Not today. Thank you so much, Deported Sicilian. Thank you for the $2 dono combo breaks. Let's go. We are 4 combos away from that first extension. And remember, if you drop a dono, make sure you put your music request in there. Deported Sicilian, if you want something, let me know. Also, Justin, if you want something, let me know as well. Thank you guys for the support today. Let's go. 4 more combos for that first extension. I went to Limited Run store today and met Minato Max there. It was funny. I went to the store for Enlightenment and got Enlightened as my wallet for $246. It was worth it. Nice. Let's go. 91 Gamer Boy. What'd you get? What games did you get from there? What games did you get? Let's see. People forget you can play Mario Kart World throughout the whole generation, and it's an evergreen. Yeah, people really forget that. They really forget that you can play it. You know, it's gonna change. It's gonna how it is right now isn't gonna be how it is. You know, probably by the end of the year or by next year or whatever. So people don't understand that, which is okay because at the end of the day, look at what happened. I mean, I think so far I'm right about it. So we'll see. And now we're playing DK, so it made sense. It just made sense. You know. Let's see here. Have you used the mouse on Switch 2? Thoughts? I haven't used it too much. I don't really have any thoughts on it, but when Metroid Prime 4 comes out, I'll use it. Then I'll kind of let you know how I feel about it once I get a game that uses it extensively, you know? Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Suppa Sandwich? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? It's crazy. I hardly ever hear about Nintendo layoffs. Nintendo never really lays off anybody, no. Let's see here. All the misinformation spreading about Switch 2 is ridiculous. It's actually helping sell the system. I'm almost positive that the people who won't shut up about it, yeah, they're lining their own pockets, but they're actually helping to sell the system because a lot of people are seeing through the BS. Like, a lot of people really are seeing through the BS. So I think it's actually helping to sell because it's just getting it out there in the zeitgeist, man. It's just putting it out there. Like, they keep on talking about it, so then it keeps on going into the algorithm, and people keep on researching what it is or if I should get one. And then I think a lot of people that were angry or upset at the before actually are buying one or plan to buy one, you know. So yeah. My day's going good, man. I can't complain. I cannot complain. There's a new card, Yamcha Monster Card 3 spell. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, bro. Is it Illuminix or Illuminite or whatever your name is, bro? I have no idea what you're talking about, but shout outs, whatever you got, it's cool. Let's see here. Never used the mouse yet. I only used it briefly for Rune Factory. I mean, it works if you want to do like the farming with the mouse. It works just fine. So yeah. Yeah, employee retention rate. Those can be other. It's not just purely based on layoffs. That can also be, you know, people just finding different jobs or people, you know, moving to a different company. People getting, you know, fired for certain things. So it also it encompasses, I think, a lot of different stuff, right? If I'm not correct. Maybe if I'm wrong on that one. I'm not sure what the report said, but yes, I did see the headline of 98%, so that's pretty high. Would love a VR Metroid game. I would not. That'd make me even more nauseous than I am right now. So when it comes to playing Metroid, nah, I'm good on that. I don't want them wasting resources on that. Will you be getting upcoming Pokemon Legends Z8 Switch 2 console bundle coming out in October? Nah, because there's nothing special about the bundle. It's just the same Switch 2, just with the game download. So there's really no point. I can just buy the game physical and I'll be good with that, you know? What third party is going to be the most impressive year one? What third party game on Switch 2? We'll see when Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out, or we'll see when Elden Ring comes out. Those games have a potential to be the most impressive so far. We'll see what Borderlands 4 is about as well in year one. Right now, I would say probably like the best in terms of like most impressive conversion of a third-party game is Cyberpunk right now. Cyberpunk and Street Fighter 6 would probably be like my 2 picks for most impressive right now. But yeah, we'll see by the end of the year. We'll see what other games come out, you know. So yeah, good stuff. VR Pikmin, you guys be sitting there throwing Pikmin in VR. It's great for DK artists. Yeah, I bet it'd be pretty good for DK artists because I used the controller for a bit and it was terrible. So yeah, I bet it'd be pretty good for something like DK artists, you know. I just want Kingdom Hearts 4 to be confirmed for Switch 2. That's it. I mean, dude, we haven't gotten a Kingdom Hearts 4 update in terms of like the game in like years. So I think they need to let's just get an update on that game. Nintendo has built a good ecosystem of dev teams rather than hiring temps or inflating teams that bring on their other dev teams to help when needed. Yeah, they kind of have like a little bit of a mobile movement type of thing. So yeah. No Man's Sky is boring AF. You like that one? I haven't really played too much of No Man's Sky. It's good though. I thought it was pretty solid, but it depends on what you're doing. It can be boring or it can be really fun. It's kind of a more like a simulation type game, you know? Let's see. You know what will be on Switch 2? Dragon Quest 12. I think Dragon Quest 12 is definitely coming. That's a good comment. Suppa. I think Dragon Quest 12 is definitely coming to Switch 2. Yeah, it's definitely coming. Hey OJ, it's been a while, man. What's up, Enigma? Them Jive Turkey still putting this game about Switch 2. Simple, obvious simpletons. Oh, oblivious simpletons. Are they? It's not even that they're oblivious. It's because they're making a lot of money off of the views from hating on Nintendo. So they keep on trying to find any small little thing to hate on. Once again, legitimate criticism is fine, but a lot of these guys at this point, it's not legitimate. It's just them getting good amount of views. So they keep on trying to find anything that, even if it contradicts what they've said before. I know one guy, he was like, oh, we shouldn't care about Switch 2 sales too much. But then as soon as the report came out that third-party sales aren't doing so good, he made a video on that. You know, like, oh, third-party sales are flopping. It's like, wait a minute, I thought you just don't care about sales. Now sales matter. So you got people that are just, you know, just trying to get, that are clearly just clout chasing, you know. They don't buy Nintendo games. They tell people to pirate stuff, yet they're trying to act like they're some type of concerned, you know, concerned gamer first person. They're not. A lot of these guys are just lames, you know. Let's see here. You're the man, OG. Gotta keep it up, dude. Hey, shout outs. I appreciate you, man. Let's see here. Can't wait for Halo on Switch 2. Halo on Switch 2. Yeah, that would definitely make some waves. There's a Halo game that was supposed to come to Nintendo DS. It never actually went through, but there was a Halo game on there, and it was crazy. It was crazy when that, because that was back in the height of, like, not the height of the console wars, but there was definitely some super console wars going on between Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. So imagine Halo on the DS back in the day, you know. Let's see here. Mr. P.O. was punching air. Oh, yeah, I had to call out Mr. P.O. today. I had a little bit of fun with Mr. P.O. today. I had to mention, I was like, yo, Mr. P.O. I was like, yo, man, you okay, bro? Did you know that Donkey Kong Bonanza sold 10 times more than Astro Bot in Japan? I have both games. I have Astro Bot. I mean, I got it over there. You guys know I actually pretty much 100% Astro Bot. I like the game. Heck, I was one of the people that bought the game, so I can roast a little bit. I can clown. But yeah, I had to let him know. I'm like, yo, bro, what happened? And then, you know, and then the funniest thing is that even on his own PlayStation, because it was on Genki's page, right? It was on Genki's page. And usually I get roasted there by people because it's all PlayStation people. But the PlayStation people were actually somewhat on my side this time. Or I didn't get dogpiled like I usually get. Because then he was like, oh yeah, well, only one of them has Game of the Year. And I'm like, yeah, here, I said, here's the real Game of the Year without the Sony bias. And I put the fact that Metaphor ReFantazio got Game of the Year from GameSpot and it got Game of the Year from IGN. Clearly we know what happened with Game of the Year with the Game Awards. It was a bunch of biased Sony dudes that gave it to Astrobot that didn't even play Metaphor. I need to see proof that they actually even played Metaphor. We all know what the real Game of the Year last year was. It was Metaphor ReFantazio, as by many of the big websites out there that actually like RPGs and give them a chance. They all get, and IGN and GameSpot, two of the most mainstream sites, gave Metaphor ReFantazio Game of the Year. Of course Metaphor was the better game last year. Of course it was. But, you know, the Sony bias, the Sony Game Awards, you know how it is, guys, right? So, but anyway, so I put that Metaphor ReFantazio was the Game of the Year last year, and I ratioed him on that one as well, so it was pretty funny. I was expecting to maybe get bodied by that, but people were like, yeah. It was funny, even people that I know, like, don't like me, they're like, yeah, I like Astrobot, but Metaphor was the better game last year. I was like, yeah, of course Metaphor is the better game. Like, let's see here. So yeah. He says, nah, Game of the Year, Shadow of the Erd Tree. Hey, they played Metaphor, OJ. They just used it as a standard archetype. Oh yeah, they just used the standard archetype. Yeah, the standard archetype. You know. Did people think DK wasn't gonna sell that well? People didn't think DK wasn't gonna sell that well, but they were trying to say that DK would have been good enough to be the big launch title. I'm like, no, I mean it could have been, but you might not have gotten all the people that, you know, to pick up Mario Kart that want to get Mario Kart. So yeah. But yeah, I had Mr. P.O. punching air a little bit because yeah, we kind of cooked with that. It sold 10 times more, but it actually did physical sales wise. Donkey Kong Bonanza actually did sell 10 times more than Astrobot. Like Astrobot sold around 12,600 copies when it debuted last year, I think in September or so, on the PS5 in Japan, and Donkey Kong sold 127,000 copies. So it did actually sell 10 times more. Not that it matters at the end of the day, but the PS5 did have a much bigger install base compared to the Switch 2. But obviously Switch 2 it's a little bit different. You're getting the next big game. People are excited to get the next big game on the platform. So I think that's really what it comes down to. And to be honest, Donkey Kong is super popular. So that's the real reason why it did better, is because Donkey Kong's popular. You have the Mario movie, Donkey Kong was in that. There's a certain pedigree, the Mario Odyssey team, So yeah, that's the reason why. I forgot why Square Enix is releasing Dragon Quest 1 and 2 full game on the Switch 1, but a game key card on Switch 2 doesn't make any sense. Also, can you upgrade the Switch 1 version to Switch 2 version? I don't know if you can upgrade the Switch 1 to the Switch 2 version, but the reason why, Gaming Manor, you need to watch my videos more, because I've already explained this like multiple times, but I'll explain it again. So on Switch 1, you can fit that on a 16GB cartridge, so it's incredibly cheap to do a physical on Switch 1. On Switch 2, they would need to put it on a 64GB cartridge, and that's too expensive. They do not want to put it on a 64GB cartridge, so that's the reason why. Because Switch 2 uses a higher grade form. It's a very unique, it's proprietary. So Switch 2 game cards, and there's only one size, it's 64GB. But even if there was 32, I mean, chances are they might not use that either, because it might be too expensive. But those game cards are expensive as hell, so every developer is not going to use it. So here is the thing, and I'll say this is the almost pretty much universal thing, okay? Whenever you see game key card, why is it this? It's money. That is the only reason. There is no reason outside of they don't want to pay for the money, the cost. That's it. There is no other reason outside of that, is that it's too expensive. That's it. So it's a one size fits all with that, Gaming Mariner. But Switch 1 carts are cheaper, and there's different sizes for Switch 1. Because once again, Switch 1 carts, you can do things to manipulate Switch 1 games. You can nuke the textures, right? You can make it, you can reduce the audio quality. You can fit it into that 16GB cart, but Switch 2 doesn't even have that, and people on Switch 2 want that higher quality. You want it to be like PS5 and Xbox Series, so then the file size is going to go up. Unfortunately, right now, the 64GB cartridges are expensive, so that's the reason. They didn't want to pay for it. And that is, like I said, the one size fits all for pretty much every single game, except for games that are bigger than 64GB. Those games probably have a legitimate reason to use a game key card, because it's bigger than the 64GB cartridge. So yeah, Astrobot did fell off like Mega Man. Okay, I don't know if Astrobot ever reached the popularity of Mega Man overall, but I mean, it's there. Donkey Kong will outsell Astrobot lifetime sales 2.5 million within the first month for sure. I don't know about first month, but definitely I think, yeah, Donkey Kong will do better for sure. Like, when it's all said and done. Dude, DKB is the best game to play Game Share. My buddy had a copy and I was still able to play it. Nice. There you go. But one of you guys has to be Pauline, right? Just shouting "hey" and "woo" and "yeah" like into the mic. I don't know if I want to do that, but yeah, I think it'd be a pretty cool experience though. The DK Bonanza first 3D Donkey Kong Game 64, which is over 20 years ago. 25 or 26 years ago, right? Like, I have a copy of DK64 that my mom got me for Christmas one year. Nice. I watch your videos every day along with multiple others. I can't remember everything. Thanks for a reminder, though. I remember your video now and what you said. Keep up the great work. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, it's something that we've went over so many times at this point, Gaming Manners. So anytime that you see a game key card, it's because they didn't want to pay for it. Shoutouts, Gaming Manor. I know you watch, my man. I know you watch. But yeah, anytime that you don't see one, it's because they don't want to pay for it. That's literally the only reason. There's no reason outside of that. Even like with the whole new game that's coming out that people were complaining, like where the what was it? I think it was Falcom was like, oh yeah, well this is the best for our consumers, because if they didn't, they'd have to jack the price up of the game up to like probably $80 something or whatever, maybe $90 for the game, because of how expensive the game key cards are, and because they have to split the revenue with NIS America in terms of the publishing deal. So they were like, yeah, we got to charge you guys more for the Switch 2 version. On top, if we had a physical cartridge, we'd probably have to pay more for that. So the game's just going to be expensive. So people were like, wait a minute, that's not what's best for us. And they're like, yeah, well, we're not going to tell you guys the money details of it. We getting Xbox exclusives? Well, I guess they're not exclusives anymore. Work World. Astrobot just ain't it. It's remastered Little Big Planet. Astrobot and Little Big Planet literally do not play the same at all. Little Big Planet is, do you mean which Little Big Planet are you talking about? If you're talking about Little Big Planet, the PS3 game, and I think there's one on PS4, that is a 2D platformer that has social creation and aspects like that. So if you're talking about the other game, the one that's on the PS4 and PS5, like the 3D platformer, that one, if you're talking about, I mean, that game's not very good. So Astrobot's definitely much better than that. But I mean, if you're talking about that game, I can understand. But there's two different types of Little Big Planet. There's like a 3D world Little Big Planet. I think it's called Sackboy's Adventure. So there's Sackboy's Adventure, that's the game. And then there's the Little Big Planet that I played back in the day that I thought was really good. That's the 2D platformer. It's like a 2D social creation. You can make levels and all that. So yeah, I don't think it's like Little Big Planet at all. But is it like Sackboy's? It's kind of like Sackboy, but yeah, it's kind of like Sackboy, but no, it's way better than that game though. So yeah, but that's just good. Can you imagine the next 3D Mario game Koizumi is working on? Yeah, the next 3D Mario game is gonna be good. Sackboy's Adventure, that's the one I was thinking about. Okay, yeah, it's like Sackboy. I mean, I'll keep it a buck with you, Sis. Like, I get why you're saying that, you know, that makes more sense now. But, I mean, Astrobot is much better than that game. Astrobot is much, much, much better than that game. Yeah, that one's like a really ghetto version. Sackboy's Adventure is like a really ghetto version of Super Mario 3D World. Like, a really ghetto version of that game. Like a budget boy version of that game. So yeah. I think Astrobot is like, it's like Galaxy. Astrobot reminds me of like Mario Galaxy type, like with some elements of Sunshine in there as well. So yeah. Says nah, it's fun. Yeah, Sackboy's Big Adventure is not infinitely better than Astrobot. Nah, nah, man. But it's all good though. It's all good. Some people like bad games. No, I'm just messing with you. Let's see here. What's up, Monolith Soft Ninja? Welcome to the stream. Playing as Pauline on the Switch Lite using Game Share has been fun. Okay, that's what you're doing it that way. How does it look on the Switch Lite? Let's see here. Nintendo, how more expensive, how more I hate much Nintendo. Okay, Oonga Boonga, I hate Nintendo too, me too, caveman.
Sackboy Big Adventure is the platformer I haven't beat. I actually fell asleep playing it.
You actually fell asleep playing Sackboy, bruh. That's crazy. Actually fell asleep playing Sackboy. That's wild, bro. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you so much, Justin, running the stream today, man. I appreciate that. Yoshi with the $5. Thank you for the $5, man. I appreciate it. Shout outs. Appreciate that as well. Thank you for the big 5. That does actually make you the stream ninja as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Mr. Yoshi. Thank you for that. Anybody does 5 or more, you can beat out Yoshi on the board. And we are super close. Actually, I think we just hit that with what Justin did. Or sorry, with what Yoshi did. Yoshi, thank you for the 5, man. Appreciate it. Let's go. We got 19 on the combo board. So we got our first extension. Hey, yo. 19 on the board. Next one up at 30. Combo breaks. It's going to get that Noah overclock going here. 15 minutes extra.
Overclock buster!
Yes, sir. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate that. Let's get up next to 30. 11 more combos. And we got there. Appreciate that, Yoshi. Thank you for the support, brother. Appreciate that, man. Is Hogwarts Legacy still glitched when you upgrade to Switch 1 version? Still get the Switch 2 version for 10? The return to Switch 1 back to the store. I didn't even know that you can do that, man. So I don't know if that's the case. You're gonna have to go on you're gonna have to Google search that and look at the Reddit forums or something like that if you want to know, because I don't know if it is or not. So yeah, Mr. Davis, what's good, man? What's up, Mr. Davis? Like your video, oh, you didn't miss anything, man. You're good. What's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome. How do they explain Pauline, a kid in Bonanza? Let's see here. If you don't have to, no, I'm not gonna explain anything, Cammy. So just no, because that can be a spoiler and all that. So we just won't talk about that. Play the game if you want to know. Play the game if you want to find out what's going on. To be fair, Sackboy is pretty run-of-the-mill platformer, but the game is still fun and level design is great. To be fair, what? That's just your opinion, Montana. So you're entitled to your opinion, you know? So there's not to be fair. That's not, it's just a subjective opinion in terms of how you feel about something. So yeah, man, I feel you. If you like the game, you like the game. It's not good. You don't have to defend why you like it. I feel you, brother. If you think the game is good, that's cool. It's not the worst game in the world. It's not like the worst. It doesn't have like trash controls and stuff like that. So nah, we feel you, man. We feel you. Justin just kind of hit you with a little. He said he fell asleep during playing the game. Oh man, that's crazy. Kingdom Heart 4 coming 6th year. All right, sounds good. What's up, Omar? Welcome to the stream. Great time for Nintendo. Great time, yes sir. What's up, Smithers? Just got off work. Hey, what's good, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today, Mr. Smithers? Welcome. Welcome. It looks all right on the Switch Lite. 1 second, then drops. LOL. Especially on you go to the other room. Yeah, game share is gonna be one of those things. Like it's gonna be dependent on the internet, your internet, the other person's internet, how everything's going. It's a tough thing to do because you have to like replicate that and stream it, beam it to the game. So you guys know how finicky streaming can be, man. You know. Let's see here. Yeah, guys, any of the lore stuff when it comes to Donkey Kong and all that, we're not going to talk about it, you know, because like I said, it could potentially provide spoilers for people. But yeah, if you play the game, maybe you'll figure out all that, you know. Christopher Lenton, what's up, Christopher Lenton? Shoutouts. But I feel you on that. It can definitely be confusing. It can definitely be confusing for people out there, for sure. Definitely. But you guys like the game share? Yeah, maybe gotta try out the game share. The Donkey Kong Bonanza game share. What's up, Christopher Lenton? Welcome to the stream. Shoutouts. Yo, Monado Mario.
Sup OJ, on Twitter ID made you a post from a YouTuber called Nintending trying to downplay DK Bonanza and Switch 2 sales in Japan. Lol, I think this guy is either having a bit of copium or just Reach Armstrong. Check it out when you have the time.
I had to already talk about one of his videos. I'm not going to be going back and forth with this guy. This guy is just grifting for views. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you're sitting there and trying to downplay 152,000 units, selling 15 times better, selling like 15 plus times better than the next competition in Japan, like there's nothing to really go over. I'm not going to be sitting here and going back and forth with these grifters. Guys, listen, anybody that tries to sit there and tries to downplay Donkey Kong Bonanza in Japan and tried to downplay 152,000 units sold for the week after you just complained about it being 70,000 because there was obviously holding on for the restock for Donkey Kong Bonanza's launch, there ain't nothing to talk about, man. Like, these people are just grifting. It's an obvious grift for money. It's a money glitch. You can just sit there and say stupid stuff all day and whine and complain, and that's the meta right now on YouTube. Who's gonna downplay 152,000 units in Japan? Who's gonna downplay that? That is by any stretch of the imagination, by any stretch of any system that's ever done good. By the way, the Switch is the best-selling system of all time. That would be the peaks of the Nintendo Switch 1, some of the highest values of Switch 1, and that's without having as much stock in its super strong heyday, right? Or in its strongest years. So there ain't really there's nothing to go back and forth with Monado Mario. There ain't nothing to go back and forth with, dude. That dude's a grifter. I mean, plain and simple. He's just grifting off hate for views. If you're actually downplaying Donkey Kong Bonanza's sales in Japan at launch with 127,000 units, it's #1 digital there. Mario Kart World was #1, but people were downplaying that too. Come on now, man. 152,000 units in sales. Come on now. There ain't nothing else to do. It's a grift at this point. Like, let's just be real. It's a grift. Let's see. I've seen people sourcing Elena analytics for sales numbers. Forza, for example, But how reputable are they? Do they actual numbers? Or are they just guessing? It's an estimate. It's an estimate when it comes down to it. They might have some access to what's it called, to the MPD sales. So then they add that, and they add that in with some of the UK and some of the other stuff. But I think it's more of just a little bit of an estimate, more so than anything, you know. Thank you, Monado Mario, with the $3 dono, though. I appreciate it. But yeah, if I were you, I wouldn't really pay too much attention to these guys because they're just making a lot of money, you know, acting wild with the Nintendo Switch 2. So that's the reason why they keep doing it. It's not based off of reality. It's based off of them just knowing that they can grift and they can make money just by being negative and not even being insane when it comes to certain things. So yeah, I wouldn't really pay too much mind to that. Hey, what's up, Benz310? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? There's nothing to there's nothing to discuss. I'm not going to be going over. I did that one video on that dude because, once again, because he's lying about the actual that. So I needed to put out there that he's lying. But opinions on trying to down, like opinion, like it's like we don't got to respond to that. But lies, like outright lies and trying to manipulate, like that's something that I'll probably speak on, you know. But I'm not going to speak on somebody's stupid opinion that's just sitting there grifting the whole time. Like there ain't no point. What's the point of doing that? We all know what he's doing that for. Because he's doing that because he makes money off YouTube. Like that's it. Like that's the only reason why he's doing that. So yeah. But it's all good though, you know. So it's bad because he thinks Odyssey sold 500K in Japan when Odyssey released. The difference with Odyssey is that Odyssey released in the holiday period, and Odyssey released when the Switch 2 had a much bigger install, or sorry, the Switch 1 had a bigger install base. Had a way because it had already been out. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So that's 7 months on the market. Donkey Kong Bonanza is dropping in the second month of the Switch. So that's what I'm talking about. People out here just lying to themselves and lying to their audience. Not on top of that, Mario is more popular than Donkey Kong. Mario has always sold more than Donkey Kong. Like, there's never been a time that a big 3D Mario game is launched, or even maybe a 2D Mario game, that it hasn't done better than a Donkey Kong game in the last however many decades. So that is just because one franchise isn't as popular as the other franchise doesn't mean that that franchise is bad or did bad because you're comparing it to Mario. That makes no sense. Mario is more popular. That's the reason why Mario was the better launch title. Because Mario is more popular. Duh. Like, but 127,000 is way better than most other games in Japan. And once again, Donkey Kong is not as popular as Mario, and that's okay. Donkey Kong still boosted sales to over 150,000 plus. Let's stop listening to these grifters, man. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know anything about sales. We got to stop paying attention to them. They're just grifting for money. It doesn't matter. Donkey Kong could have done 500,000 units, and they probably bring up something else. They'll probably lie and say, oh, well, you know, Super Mario Wonder did more than... They'll just lie. So stop bringing them up, right?
Can I get some music from the $80 game that scares these grifters more than a job application?
Shoutouts. Thank you so much, Justin, with another $3 dono. Getting us to 15 on the board. I appreciate that. And yes, I can get that going for you. 15. Anybody that does 15 or more, you can beat out the whole Kage just to get tied up with them or pass them up. Let's go. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World music. Let's go. So... waiting for Metroid Prime 4 so you can use your last voucher. Hey, there you go. Got to get that done, man. Got to get that done. File select. Let's go. Let's see here. Another thing Grifters love to say, it's a kid's game. That's stupid. I mean, that's dumb. That doesn't even... Who cares? Like, adults buy it, so that doesn't matter either. Yeah, there's also the numbers only look higher because bad Switch 2 sales sold in Japan last week. What? Never listen to anyone that downplays Switch 2 sales. Yeah, never listen to anyone that downplays. Clearly, you can see what he's doing, right? You can clearly see what he's doing. He's just anything that he can try to nitpick. It's like politics, you know? Anything you can try, even if it's like, it's the system's doing significantly better than every other system in Japan by a country mile. And they're still trying to sit there and say, oh, this, like, I got a question, though. Do they want there to be a monopoly for, if the Switch 2 flops and fails? Do you guys want Sony to be the only system that sells? I'm wondering what these people want. I really am wondering what these people want. Honestly, do you guys want no other system to sell? Because the Xbox does not sell. PC portables don't sell. PC sells, but that's a whole different type of thing. So do you guys want the only console to sell to be the PlayStation 5? I'm confused. Sup a Sandwich with the $5 dono says, we're going to need a Grifter of the Year award at Black Keeley's. You know what? Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do something like that. That sounds like a good idea. That'll probably get them really pissed off, though. Thank you for the $5 tying up my man Yoshi at the top of the board with the biggest singular dono of today's stream. Anybody that does 5 or more, you can tie up or beat out Sup a Sandwich and Yoshi. And we got the 30 on the combo board. And then Ben's 310 with the JoJo.
Hello OJ and everyone.
What's up, man?
I'm chillin'. Bonanza is a great game.
Yep.
Everyone hating on it is lame. It's selling great and people still paying $70. Catch up with the times or get left behind. But low-key I've been playing Little Nightmares 1 and 2.
Okay.
Cheers.
Shout outs to the homie, the big man, the myth, the legend with the benzos. Yo, let's go. Benzinos. Shout outs to my man Ben's 310. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you for the support. Give me 1 second. I had to see if I can pause this or mute my mic real quick before that one. Thank you so much, Ben's 310 with the $10 JoJo. Appreciate that. That does make you the stream ninja. You are now at the top of the board. Anybody does 10 or more, you can beat out my man Ben's 310. Justin's still killing it though with the 15. Appreciate that. 40 on the board. You guys know what time it is. I don't got to tell you. My man Noah's busting out for the overclock.
Overclock Buster!
Stream clock extended, 30-minute extension. Here we go. Cool thing that Ben's 310 just did. That only gets us 5 combos away from getting to the 45-minute extension. Thank you so much, Benz. I appreciate that. Let's go. Big love, guys. Combo breaks in the house. And overclocks. I meant to press overclock. Let's go. Big love. Big love. Let's see here. If Switch 2 will flop and Xbox just quit making consoles, could you imagine the price Sony would put on their PlayStation? Exactly. Like I said, I'm not even sure what these people want. Do they want the Switch 2 to flop and there to be absolutely no competition whatsoever? Is that what we want to go down? With $700 PS5 Pros charging $80 for disc drives, having collector's editions for like that have no real physical in them. Is this what we should do? Is this what we should be operating for? Like, I'm not sure what these people want. You want this system to flop and fail? Okay, it flops and fail, then what? Everything, there's only one console that's worth anything that sells? I mean, I don't get it, man. We need at least 2. Give us 2, because Xbox is not selling, you know? I notice how they love to self-proclaim that they're for consumers. How you for consumers by only bash Nintendo and spread misinfo? Well, that's their well, because they make money doing it that way. They ain't really for consumers; they're for themselves. I got Beyond Good and Evil. Here's the thing, though, guys. How are you for consumers by saying Donkey Kong does not sell as much? That's not sell as much as Mario Odyssey. That is nothing for consumers. That's not for consumers. Like, that doesn't do anything. So no. So I got Beyond Good and Evil. Red Out, Space Assault, and Straight Lights for the Switch. Oh, nice. I also got Cow the Kangaroo, Treasures of the Argent for PS5. Got all these from Limited Run Store. Nice, good stuff. Nice. Let's go, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. If Switch 2, but yeah, I see what you're saying, Nate Dogg. It's freaking stupid, bro. Have you tried DKB with your daughter? No, I have not tried DKB with my daughter. Maybe I'll try it. I'm gonna see her tomorrow, so maybe I'll try it tomorrow with her. See what she thinks. Side note, I still love my 3DS. Hey, 3DS is still one of the forgotten goats. Thank you, Party Man. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dior. Let's see here. Also, people are acting like being more available online and in-store is a bad thing. That's the crazy thing that I've seen online, and I've cooked people so much. Oh my God, I cooked this one guy so much to the point where he's like, you're argumentative. And I'm like, bro, you started it with me. You're the one out here saying all sorts of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, they try to sit there and say, oh, well, I can see that it's available. Like, one guy told me that on Amazon. He's like, well, look, he pulled up and look, it's available. And I'm like, look, it's the best seller. It's selling better than Xbox and PlayStation. Why are you saying it's available, so it's a problem, when it's selling better than the other systems that are on the market? So you're sitting there and telling me that, oh, people don't want it, but they want it more than the Xbox and PlayStation, that it's selling better than. Do you realize how stupid that sounds? These people are traumatized They are traumatized by the chip shortage and Sony. That's what they are. They are traumatized by the chip shortage and Sony and how Sony did not have enough systems. Do you guys know the PS4 was the fastest selling system before the Switch came out? The PS4 was 1.1 million here in the US in the first month. The PS5 did not even have 1 million systems for the US, the biggest market in the world. They didn't even have enough. They didn't have enough. You guys want that? Nobody wants that.
Is looking to be a good game like snipper clips for the mouse controls for Switch 2.
Yes, sir, Justin. Thank you for the $3 dono. And yes, Mousework looks pretty cool. Thank you for the another $3 dono. Justin out here wildin'. Thank you so much, man. That makes us only 2 combos away from a 45-minute extension on tonight's stream. Let's go, man. Appreciate that, guys. Let's get it. Excuse me. Thank you so much, Justin. I appreciate you, fam. Thank you. So yeah, man, like it's just weird, bro. It's just super weird when it comes to what some of these people are saying and doing and all that. But it's all good, you know. Do people realize the more they watch the grifters, the more money the grifters get? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should probably stop watching the grifters. Like, don't watch their content. And the reason why I say that is because, once again, it's just built to just be angry at everything. Like, it's just built double standards. They'll get mad at one thing that does the same thing on another system. It doesn't matter. Like, it's just weird stuff. It's just super weird. Like I said, if there's actual legitimate criticism, then say it. I get that. Game keycard stuff, get it. Go wild, go ham. You know, $80 Mario Kart, that's fine too. I got tired of people saying it, but hey, look, it's all good. Say it. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like file sizes, like the stuff that's normal, that every company deals with, that's unilateral, that everybody complains about. Stop just making up stuff from thin air. You know what I'm saying? Like, just making up grifting points or lying. Just don't lie. That's really all I ask. But yeah, if I were you guys, I wouldn't watch the grifting content no more, man. It just gives them more money. So yeah. But yeah, when it comes to the people that were being available in store, I cooked them so bad, man. I was cooking people left and right on Twitter. It was hilarious. I was like, bro, you guys realize that it's still selling right now. Like right now, if you pull up, it's still selling. Like, so having ample stock, that's good for consumers. They were trying to argue that nobody wants the system anymore because it's not sold out. I'm like, you guys are complete morons. Like, some guy was like, psychologically it's bad. I'm like, psychologically you're an idiot. Why would it be psychologically bad for consumers to know that there's regular ample stock coming in? They get stock, it sells well. They get more stock, it sells well. Donkey Kong comes out, they get more stock, it sells well. You want to have regular stock. You don't want to go into a store and then you can't buy a system. That's not good for sales. That's not good for business. But once again, traumatized by the PS5, traumatized by the Xbox Series for the first months, or for PS5 for the first, year or something like that. That system didn't even pass the PS4's record for the first month in the US. So they didn't have enough. What did they have? Barely. They didn't even have 1 million systems, or barely 1 million systems. You know? So that's not good. That's not a good thing. So it's just weird that people are upset or trying to make it into, wow, consumers can go in and buy the system. Like, what? super weird. But we can see the daily sales trackers. We can see it on Amazon. We can see the best sellers on Walmart. We can see the best sellers on Best Buy. We can see what's doing good. You know? Like, we can see. These people think that we're dumb. We can see what's doing good. We know that the Switch 2 is selling. Like I said, it's not even about being fanboy or nothing. It's about telling the truth. We can all see the sales trackers, guys. Now, while we don't have the sales numbers, you can tell if a system's moving units. All you got to do is look at the stock. The stock says, we've got stock. Okay, if they've got stock, how many? Oh, we've got 6. We've got 7. We've got whatever. And then it goes down. Oh, we've got 3 left in your area. Or you can simply sit there and see Amazon, the best sellers. Oh, what's the best sellers? Donkey Kong Bonanza, Switch 2. That's updated hourly. Every hour it updates. So if the system wasn't selling, if it wasn't continuously selling every hour or so with their stock, then it would drop down the best sellers and other things would go above it. So like I said, I don't mind the normal criticism, normal stuff. But the lies and the manipulation and the grifting and the disingenuous stuff, that's the stuff that I'm like, you guys are weird, man. If you have an opinion, but don't try to lie and manipulate data to make us look like we're crazy, like gaslight, to make it look like people that like the Switch 2 are crazy for sitting here and thinking that having ample stock and being able to supply to customers is a bad thing because Sony launched during a chip shortage and didn't have any systems. That's the type of stuff that I'm just like, man, you guys are goofy. This is like weird behavior. This is super weird. And you're for consumers, right? Don't you want people to be able to get one if they want one? Like, people are weird, man. Like, it's just weird. Like, and that's the type of stuff that I look at and I'm just like, all right, that's why I know this system's doing well. People just won't stop lying about it, you know? They won't stop lying about it. Let's see, if you want depression, go watch a grifter. Seriously, bro. It was kind of annoying seeing Obsidian patting themselves on the back, decreasing the price of Outer Worlds 2. That wasn't Obsidian that did that. That was Microsoft that did that. That's Microsoft. That's not Obsidian. Obsidian makes the game. That's Microsoft's call, though. A game that had no business being 70, let alone 80. Yeah, once again, that's not Obsidian patting themselves on the back. That's Microsoft that told them to do that. You know, they're just the developer of it. They don't have any say on how much the price of the game, like how much the price of the game is. So that's Microsoft's call, or Xbox's lead's call. So let's see here. I find it funny they say Nintendo anti-consumer, yet Sony just lost a lawsuit for anti-consumer practices in Europe. Yeah, let's not talk about that, right? The gap between Switch 2 and PS5 sales over the same period is shrinking each week, though. Switch 2 is also selling better in Japan than it is in NA and EU, which is the opposite of the Switch. Actually, no, we don't know if the Switch 2, there's nothing that has said that Switch 2 is selling better in Japan than it is in the US. We actually don't know about that just yet, from what I understand, because there's not My Nintendo Store sales, so we can't track that overall. Now, in EU, yes, we know about that, but we still don't have the My Nintendo Store sales either overall. And in terms of selling in the same time period, it's shrinking from week to week, though. Where are those numbers coming from overall? The system's been out, and we have tracking sales for about a month from June. So I want to know where those numbers are coming from, or where you're getting that, Corey, if you don't mind me asking. Because I track sales all the time, and I don't see where you can see where the sales are shrinking unless you're using VG charts. And VG charts is historically inaccurate. Historically inaccurate. So yeah. But here's the thing. Switch 2 and PS5 had no stock. They had to sit there and jump up to try to get stock back up. Switch 2 had way more stock at the beginning overall. So, I mean, how you look at it in terms of if it was flipped, if chip shortage, how that helped when they were getting stock. So let me know where you actually got those numbers or that data that you're talking about, because that's not available to everyone. So let me know, because all we have right now is for the first month and what Circana reported, and Circana does not report My Nintendo Store sales at all. So let me know where you got that from if you don't mind. I've been playing Switch 2 every day since launch day. I love this thing. Best Buy had them available online yesterday. Now they're sold out. That's what I'm talking about. So you get ample stock in, and then it sells, and then they get more stock in, then it sells. You want it to be available regularly. You don't want sellouts to where nobody can go in and actually buy the system. That's insane. That's insane logic. That is just insane to me, that people think that it'd be a good idea to not have good stock for people to be able to buy the system. Like, it's just wild to me. Just wild. It's time for that. Okay, never mind. You deleted it. I was gonna read it. Data don't lie. And what do these have? Let's see here. And what do these, when they have no argument, just go ad hominem and call some 10 Jones? Anyone why you bought a Switch 2 is a bunch of no fanboys. I mean, that's fine too. I don't mind people. Then you've already won. If that was the case, then you've already won. Let's see, just thinking, not a conspiracy theorist, but Sony could have reduced supply purposely to increase demand and make people not complain to pay their prices, kind of like what companies do with shoes. I mean, that's a possibility, but I don't think that was the case this time around, because there was a global chip shortage. There was a real, in 2020, there was a real global chip shortage that affected everybody, that even Nintendo, it affected everybody that makes systems, the semiconductor chips. There just was. So I see what you're saying for sure. But that's the logic that people have used anytime that a system is sold out all the time, is that they do it intentionally. And yeah, sometimes maybe that might be the case with other industries. But I don't think that Sony intentionally, held back on units, or intentionally, tried to say it's all sold out to drive up, so I don't think that they did this time, because there was that chip shortage that was confirmed and for real, Let's see. Do I believe that Donkey Kong Bonanza is the game of the year? I don't know if it's game of the year. I gotta play the rest of the games for the year, so I gotta play that. But it's definitely up there. It's a contender for me for sure, But when we don't have enough stock, it's flopping. The problem that I have is that if there's if everything's sold out, people will say that it's artificial scarcity. That Nintendo's intentionally do that. They did that with Switch 1. When Switch 1 sold out, right? Switch 1 was sold out more often than Switch 2, even though Switch 2 is selling better than Switch 1 was in the same time frame. But Switch 2 has more stock. It's more ample stock. Like they stockpiled it for longer, so it has more stock. They're producing it, faster. But the thing with Switch 1 is that people were saying that Switch 1, Nintendo was artificially, doing that. So when there isn't as much stock, people will say that it's artificial, that they're doing it on purpose. When there is, they'll try to flip it and say, oh, well, nobody wants it. It's just insane, man. And I know it's different people, but it's like, can we just say this? It's good to have stock. Like if you have stock of a system, regular stock that goes by and it's selling and they're supplying it with more, that's a good thing. And then if the sales numbers come out and we can see that it's doing good, that's also a good thing. Can we just come to that conclusion? But if a system comes out and there's plenty of, let's just say that there's plenty of stock, right? There's plenty of stock for it. And then the sales numbers come out and it shows that it's not selling as well. And then the company doesn't say the sales numbers. Then we can say, okay, it's not doing so well. But we know the sales numbers. We have some general, idea of what's happening. So it's just weird to me. Like when you get sales numbers and then people still want to say no. It's like, we have the sales numbers so far. Well, it's slowing down. Dude, what? It's selling just fine. Like it's selling good. Like it's going to sell. Obviously it's going to sell. There's going to be more games. It's going to sell. So can we move on from this? Like, we need to move on from this. We need to move on from people trying to sit there and say that it's going to be like a Wii U 2 or it's going to not do. Dude, it's going to sell regularly. I don't care I don't even care if it sells as much as the PS4. Like, even if it's under, like, I don't care. It's going to sell decently enough, okay? Like that's it. That's really what it comes down to. Like it doesn't have to sell as well as the Switch 1. Like a lot of systems don't sell as well as Switch 1. Switch 1 is 150 million units plus. There's only been 3 systems in the history that have sold that well. The Switch 1, the DS, and the PS2. That's it. So it's not even like it's normal to sell as well as the Switch 1. So it doesn't need to. It's fine if it doesn't. It can just sell good. Like after the PS2, the PS3, the PS4, the PS5, none of those systems are touching the PS2 in sales. It's okay. People still think PS5 sells good, right? Right. People still thought PS4 sells good, right? Right. So it's getting to the point to where it's ridiculous now. People are just throwing anything at a wall and hoping it sticks, DBZ Nation, thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Up, down, or up, down, left, right, BA. Yes, that's the contra code. That'll send me an email saying I can buy Switch 2 from them after I already have 2. Buy a third one. Doesn't make sense. Why would they want to sell consoles? Because you can buy games. So it is what it is. I think it is what it is at this point, man. It is what it is. PS5 still hasn't outsold the PS4, and it's got maybe 3 years left before the 6 is out. Well, it's selling on par right now in House Gang, so it's about on par. I think it's maybe even a little bit behind, the PS4, but don't quote me on that completely. But yeah, it hasn't outsold it yet. I mean, it's not going to outsell the PS4 that fast. Like that, I would be surprised if the I'd be really, really surprised if the what's it called? If the PS5 was able to outsell the PS4 already. That'd be crazy. But yeah, the PS4's been on the market for a long time, man. It's been on the market for what? Since 2013. So it's been on the market for 12 years. It's going on 12 years that it's been on the market. So yeah, it's been on the market for a while. And there's still some new units in Japan being sold. Like 20 to 30 units every week or something. It's crazy. Let's see. Until GTA 6 comes out, then apparently PS5 is going to sell out like crazy. Yeah, I think once GTA 5 comes out, Beatqueen, I think PS5 and PS5 Pro are going to sell incredibly well. Like a lot better than what it's selling right now. Like I definitely think that GTA is going to boost PS5 sales a lot. Absolutely. I think that's going to be something that's for real. But we'll see how that affects everything going forward, for sure. Let's see. Anyone remember when the Switch was called the NX and most people were sure it would fail and Nintendo would go third party? Would have been great if the Wii U wasn't high school for me. Wii U was high school for you, man. I feel old. Yeah, I do remember that. I actually made a couple videos talking about that time period, and we, and that's why we did the whole thing now where, like, hey, by the way, guys, real quick. Do y'all remember all the people that argued about the Switch 2 sales and what the sales were going to be? Are any of those people around? Remember what I told you would happen to those people that were arguing about Switch 2 sales? What did I tell you? Funny how we haven't had any of those guys. What happened? I would be arguing with people almost daily before the Switch 2 launched on this stream, bro. At least 2 to 3 times per week, somebody would come and talk about it's not. I wonder where they at. Does anybody that had an account that was arguing, are you guys around? What happened? I haven't gotten into a sales argument with someone in a hot minute. What happened? What happened? I told you. This is the reason why, Montana. This is the reason why I started charging people to argue. I'm like, listen, you want to argue sales, you're going to have to pay up. I'm going to need commitment. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need a commitment. You got to put a ring on it. I'm going to need some commitment from you because you're just trying to get free clout right now, Because I know you're going to disappear. You're going to disappear. You're not going to be here when the system does well. When the system sells well, you're going to disappear like all the other people that disappeared with Switch 1. Guess what happened? Seems like they're not around anymore. Crazy. I mean, we went through it with Switch 1. I'm sitting here yelling and arguing with all these people 24/7 on Switch 1 all the way up until the Switch 1 came out. And even through the Switch 1's like early years, there were still people that were saying, oh, it's just a fluke. Oh, well, it's just for, who knows? Wii U did good. Wii U did a little bit good at the launch, even though that's not the case. Wii U did not do as good as the Switch or the Switch 2 at launch, but whatever. So I was arguing with those people all the way through to 2019, and then all those people disappeared. They no longer appear on the show. They changed their names. They went rogue. They stopped coming out. Same thing now with Switch 2. Funny how I haven't had any arguments about sales. What happened? What happened? Where are those people at? Exactly. Cloud. Exactly. Rip. Rest in pieces. Do you think Switch 1 games will continue to go up in price? Rare games? Yeah, they definitely could, for sure. Yep. I called it, man. Sis. After the Wii U and 3DS, I remember being unsure if Switch was going to take off. It was a little sketchy. That makes sense, but I don't understand why you're putting the 3DS in there because the 3DS did well. So if anything, for me, that should have told you, Suppa, that it was going to do well. Because if they're Wii U and 3DS, all you had to do was combine the sales of those two systems. Because we already knew that the Switch was going to be the one singular system. I mean, they did support the 3DS a little bit after the Switch 1 launched, but we all knew all the main games were coming to Switch 1. So if anything, you could have just said, oh, okay, this is literally my logic, bro. My logic was, oh, okay, not confusing marketing. This time the marketing's good. And yeah, if you just combine the Wii U and 3DS sales, because this is what the Switch 2 is. It is a Wii U and a 3DS put together. You're going to get the home console and the portable games all in one. Just combine those sales. If you combine the sales of the Wii U and 3DS, you get 87, 88 million. That right there tells you that it's probably going to be a success based off of that. That's all you got to do. And that's all I did. That's all I did to say that the Switch 2, that the Switch 1 was going to be a success. All I did was combine Wii U and 3DS sales and say, yeah, there's enough people that like Nintendo between the Wii U and 3DS, because if you bought a Wii U or a 3DS, you're definitely a core Nintendo fan. Or you're one of the core Nintendo fans out there, because those are the worst selling main platforms for their respective, portable home console. Main platforms. Nothing sold worse than the Wii U and 3DS in their respective areas. So I'm like, man, that sold 80 something million, right? Okay. Combine that, better marketing, better games, a little bit more third-party support, probably gonna get 100 million sales. Exactly what happened, So I wasn't even trying to be all cocky or like, oh, I know more. I just did basic. Look at the market. It wasn't even really anything too crazy, to be honest. Almost 90 million, 75 million plus 13 million, right? So almost 90 million, right up to there. So, what do you see companies like Super Rare and Limited Run doing with the Switch 2 market? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure. One of them stated that they wanted to do Switch 2 stuff, but it's significantly more expensive, so they're gonna have to figure out a pricing model that works for them, you know? So yeah. What's up, J2 Blue? Welcome to the stream, brother. But yeah, of course they course corrected with the 3DS, which is pretty great. Yep. Plus all the bad information going around just boosted the sales. I mean, it did. Like I personally feel that it did. I think that we're in the age of information. People definitely don't like, researching things. But when it comes to certain like tech, or when it comes to certain things in today's day, people will look at it in a certain way, right? Especially if you've had something that's super popular. Now, if something's trash, it's not gonna end up like in the video game business. If something's absolutely garbage, even with misinformation and bad stuff out there, people aren't gonna buy it. They're gonna research it a little bit more. They're gonna ask their friends. They're gonna look at the games and they're gonna say, no, this is garbage. The Wii U had a lot of misinformation and stuff, but I honestly think people researched that when they found out what it was and said, I don't want it, and still said, I don't want the system. With the Switch 2, people were like, what the heck is this? They were getting all sorts of misinformation and bad stuff, but people researched it themselves. They said, okay, well, hold up. There's a new Mario Kart game. I think I want to play Mario Kart. So the difference was that the Switch 2 actually has a real dedicated hook to it and incredible marketing, right? Good marketing and a good hook to it. Now, has there been some slip-ups here and there with PR? Sure. But PR isn't going to kill your system. That's not going to kill your system. What your system is going to live and die on is the actual content. If the actual content is really what people want, not what people rate high, not what you get in high ratings, but actually what people want, then you really don't have too much to worry if you market correctly. And that's pretty much the Switch 2. Switch 2, they have Mario Kart World. People want Mario Kart World, so therefore it's going to sell well. What's up, Big Pern? Welcome. What's up, Yak Diesel? What is good, man? What's up, Warfare? Hail G, I'm home from the hospital. I'm glad I can catch you live. I wish these sales clowns were still here because they made for more entertaining streams and informative. Thank you so much. And it's good to see that you're back from the hospital, Casual Noob. I know you got to go there quite a bit, man. I was praying for you, and I'm glad that everything seems to be okay with you, my man. So I'm glad that you're here and everything's good. Seriously, shout outs, dude. Shout outs. Let's see. Do you think, what's up, Gaming Mariner? It says, do you think that game key cards don't work like companies hope they will? Will they either go all digital or not make a game at all for Switch 2? Any one of those could happen, depending on the game. So some companies, if people just reject game key cards and people don't want them, they might just say, you know what, we don't feel like doing a game at all. Since you guys have a problem with us putting that in physical and we want to have a retail presence, we just might not do the game. Some of them might just say, you know what, we'll just do all digital, So it really depends on the company themselves. Some companies might say, okay, well, we'll actually make a real physical. So it's really dependent on the game. It's dependent on the sales projection. It's dependent on a lot of different things, If the sales projections are maybe good, or they feel that they can make a lot of money having a real physical, then they'll do it. If the game projection sales aren't good, or if it's something to where they don't want to stretch themselves thin, then they're not going to do it, So yeah. Let's see here. I don't miss those clowns at all. They don't argue in good faith. Nope. But it did make for some informative streams, though. I will say that. In terms of like actual me giving out knowledge and information. So yeah. Shout out to Yak Diesel, man. Good to see you here. Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Let's go. Big love to J2. Shout out to J2 coming through as well. The Beast. Are you going to be battling on Pokemon Champions? I mean, I might. We'll see once the game comes out. I might. I'm kind of rusty with all my battling experience and all that. I gotta get all my Pokemon from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I gotta or Pokemon Black and White. I gotta find where they are, then transfer the Pokemon home, and then do all that crap and get them on Scarlet and Violet, or get them on the newest game, so I can use them in like Pokemon Champions or whatever. But yeah, man, it's been a good ride so far with the Switch 2. Looking forward to more information and stuff coming out. We did have a video today, man. I don't know if you guys got a chance to check out my big video that I talked about Donkey Kong Bonanza, talked about some other stuff. Those some pretty good Switch 2 news. So if you haven't seen that video yet, make sure you guys check out that vid. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the new music that I can't use. Yasunori Mitsuda, Chrono Cross music, can't use that. Scars of Time, can't use Last Surprise. Can't use Dreams of Ages from Yasunori Mitsuda. Can't use FF7 Remake, Let the Battles Begin. Like, all of those got copyright clapped. I just got a notification. All those got copyright clapped. Every single one of them. So yeah, it's crazy, man. Those are some of the best tracks too. Those are some good tracks that we always play on here. So yeah, unfortunately, can't use those anymore. I'll remember too. Like, that's how I usually remember. Yeah, it's the same games, man. It's the same games. It's the same games in terms of different things. So yeah, it's all good though. It is all good. No, not Mitsuda. Not Mitsuda, yeah. Do you think any of the Forza games are coming to Switch 2? I think Forza Horizon 5 could definitely come to Switch 2. Absolutely. Not surprising about Last Surprise. Not surprised. The surprise is being ruined. Shout outs there, guys. Appreciate that. What's up, Paul Gale? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today, brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Not surprised about the Last Surprise. Donkey Kong games remind me I am bad at games, but so far Bonanza is my favorite Donkey Kong game, and close second is Mario versus Donkey Kong. Why are you bad at the game? Are you why do you feel that you're bad at the game, Casual Noob? How about that? Why do you feel that you're bad? And Casual Noob, while you're typing out that, shout out to the combo breaks, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate that. 43 on the board. Almost the 45-minute extension. Got 2 more combos and we will get there. If you guys have questions, feel free to tag me at Player Essence, hashtag Player Essence by itself. More than happy to answer all of your questions. Absolutely. Shout outs to Always Tilted. I haven't seen that name in here, so what's up to Always Tilted? Good to see you here, brother. Welcome. You're bad at games. Like, what makes you bad at Donkey Kong? Like, the game isn't super hard, right? Is it? What's making you feel like you're trash at the game? Overall, which is hilarious, to be honest, man. Who would win in a friendly match between you and Paul Gale Network? Friendly match. I don't know, man. Paul Gale's awesome, so it'd be interesting for sure. Let's see. Jungle Levels shows me I'm a pool of poison is not my friend. Okay, well, yeah, you just got to be careful. Like, before you dig, I fell into the poison too. Before you dig, don't, like, just be careful to not dig too far to go into the poison, or like before, like, if you're in like a tree or something. Also, there's, not that you're asking for tips, but there's also poison britches too, you know. So if you want some poison, like, you know, that help with the poison damage. So there you go. But yeah, the jungle level, I'm there right now too. So I fell into the poison a few times, hit the spikes a few times. Keppa DK down, man. LOL. I won't progress unless I have every banana. I know. I've been 100%ing every single level so far myself. I've been getting every fossil, every banana, every outfit, everything. So I've been doing the same as well, man. I think I got like 200 something bananas at this point. So I'm definitely rolling. Found your channel from the Rare Switch game series, sitting on 300 physical games. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That Rare Switch game series is going to be harder to do with the Switch 2, right? I think it's gonna be a bit more difficult to do with the Switch 2, considering the amount of like real physicals we get or not, right? So that's gonna be different. So yeah. I know, unfortunately, but I think I am gonna start bringing back the Switch 2 comp vids. So I think we're gonna do best Switch 2 games vid. So I'm gonna do that. We're probably going to do some other type of videos as well. So I'm gonna get some more non-news videos, because right now we're just kind of like burnt out on news. Like, it seems like the news videos, they're doing good, like it's standard stuff, but definitely not doing as good as I want it to do. So I think we kind of just need to do some more in-depth videos like we had like with the Switch 1. All of my best videos on this channel are all pretty much comp videos. Like, if you go like my top viewed videos, most of them, outside of the rare gameplay video here or there that just randomly gets into the algorithm, like all of my top videos are top 25 best, top 30 big must buys. top 25s, you know, top 10s, all time, you know, those are all my best vids. So we're going to kind of get back to that, getting some of those videos out there. Those videos do good long term as well, so I'm gonna start getting some of those videos back out there. And then yeah, we'll still do news videos too, though. We'll still do more news videos. We're just gonna get some other stuff too. It's hard to consider what the Switch 1 market will do. Most games go at the highest price around 20 years after release. There's a lot of factors to make it hard to predict for Switch. There really is. And now that the Switch is on its way out, like, who's gonna still be doing certain stuff for Switch, right? So I think it's definitely it's a very interesting thing that's happening with Switch, or what's going to potentially happen with that system for collectors in the future. It really is. Like, I'm actually excited to see where it goes from here, because I got a lot of physical games myself. And if they're going to be worth a lot, that's going to be interesting down the line to see if it's going to be worth quite a bit, you know, and all that. So yeah. You better stop saying banana so much. You'll summon Johnny Bravo, Steam Deck Banana Man. Yeah, we're not really worried about him, man. We're not really worried about him. Summon him, what, to run away from me? Like, I already asked him to come through and talk. He ran scared. So, you know. There ain't nothing else to say. Summon him for what? So we can run? So yeah. Let's see here. But it's all good though. Shoutouts. Donkey Kong Bonanza, not a masterpiece. This is no masterpiece. Oh yeah, that video's coming. I should just make the video now. Like, I should just grift and make the video now myself so I can get first dibs on that. This is no masterpiece. Oh, it's coming, you know. Oh man, those are always the best though. At this point, I think it's like a meme to make that video, like to make that, like, you know it's coming. You're like, okay, yeah, somebody's gonna make it. And then you see it, you're like, ah, there it is, there it is. There's the vid. Let's see here. I bought so many bookcases for those Wario 64 $10 specials. Bookcases? Oh, for just games, get random games that you're buying. Nice. Hey, what's up, Ryan Cardo? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Oh yeah. I know it was a joke. I was just joking back. I'm aware. I know it was a joke, but it's all good, man. It's all good. Appreciate you guys coming out to the stream. Appreciate you guys coming through. You guys have been incredible. Seriously, thank you guys so much, man. You guys have been super cool. If you have more questions though, feel free to tag me at @Players, hashtag Players by itself. More than happy. Oh my, yeah. Ode to the Heroes. Ode to the Heroes from Metaphor Refantasio. That is copyrighted. Music from more Metaphor music. All Metaphor music is pretty much copyrighted. That's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy stuff. So I gotta go and erase all this music, you know, in order for my video to not potentially get like copyright strike if they wanted to strike it later. But a lot of these music companies that oversee Atlus's music, they're the ones that are doing it. I don't think it's from Atlus themselves. It's these music companies that oversee Atlus that are doing this. So I think that's really what's going on. So yeah. I'm not too bad. How are you? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. It's the best games ever are controversial. That's the truth. Yeah, sure. Chrono Trigger is not controversial though. It's just goated. There's no controversies. It's just the best, you know. Alice wants that copyright money. I think it's the companies that oversee the music. So I think it's the people that oversee the music. So yeah. I think it's that. Saw a good tip from Alex C&D. Buy baseball bat shadow boxes to display and store an amiibo collection. Baseball bat shadow boxes. Display. Oh yeah, that looked pretty good. Yeah, I think I saw a picture of C&D's. First of all, man, his hair is so long. You might need to cut that hair. But outside of that, he's looking good. He's looking good. I really thought C&D was gonna be like the next big, huge Nintendo YouTuber, and this man just said, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to do this." Yeah. When it comes to C&D, his what's it called? Those baseball bat collection stuff like that with the clear and all that. They can make the amiibos look great. So yeah. Also seeing some sellers are having Switch 2 Mario Kart World bundles, some special sales. Hope I can get a Switch 2 by August. Nice, let's go. But not a Mario. Oh no, Chrono Trigger HD 2D remake. Square hates money. I think that that's possible for sure, but we'll see. Would you and Paul Gale Network be willing to do a stream together one night? I think we could learn a lot. I'm having a good time, just my opinion. Yeah, I think that's definitely something that we could do. I mean, Paul, if Paul's still here, absolutely we can do. I mean, we've done stuff before. But I'd definitely be down to do a stream with Paul Gale because he's the homie. Color your night peak music. Yeah, you know what? I might have to color that, not color it off my mix, my playlist, because Atlas is coloring my streams. So I might need to just stop doing that, bro, because Atlas music at least. So yeah, man, I think I might be good with that one. Might be good because Atlas is taking care of me, man. Atlas music, whatever. So yeah. Hit that like button though, guys. Hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming out here. Appreciate you guys. Let's go. Appreciate y'all. It is all good though, man. Persona 3 music is copyrighted. It is copyrighted, yeah. Persona 3 music, like the only thing that I can do is I can do remixes. Like all these music, if somebody ever recommends or asks for like Atlas music or asks for something like that, I'll be like, okay, we can't do this, but we can do this, you know, like we can do this instead. So I can do that, you know, I can do that for sure. I can do that for sure. Let's see here. He will never be as big as Nintendo YouTuber RGT. Nintendo YouTuber RGT. RGT is great. He's really good. RGT is really good, though. You gotta admit, RGT is great. Beat 'em ups is great. A lot of these guys, they got a lot of subs. They get new people all the time, man. I gotta get to their level, for sure. For sure. Atlas, yeah, they wanted that copyright money. Yeah, it's all good though, man. We trying out here. We trying. I realize why I can never hear your music when you play on streams is because I watched my on my TV with the TV speakers, but in the hospital I watched you with the headphones, and I heard it was great. Ah, I see. Yeah, you know what? I've noticed that a little bit with like TV versus like headphones. I think that the audio that we use for like most streams, I think they're optimized for people that are watching on a mobile phone. I think they're optimized for people that are watching on a tablet or a mobile phone or whatever. But if you're watching on like a TV, the speakers on a TV are very different. I think TV speakers for the most part are really low quality. Like most TV speakers are trash. Like my TV speakers, I have an LG CX. Dude, those TV speakers are not good. They are not good at all. But I have a Vizio surround sound that makes the sound way better. You know, but yeah, that could be it for sure. That could be it, man. Let's see, look up Persona 5J music ensembles. They did some good covers. Yeah, we'll probably do stuff like that. We'll find covers for like, you know, for stuff. But sometimes like people don't even request it. Sometimes like if I get a copyright on music, it's because it's in my mix. So I gotta remove it from my mix, you know, like I can like look at my mix and I can say, okay, it's like here's how it looks like. My mix just has a bunch of tracks, you know, just like a ton of tracks that we always kind of listen to or just whatever. And there's random mixes all the time. Like there's always different random mixes for things. So sometimes like it'll be like in a mix of one of my whatever soundtrack that I have, and then I'm like, I forgot that it's copyrighted, you know. So yeah. Lo-fi death metal opera remix. All right, lo-fi death metal opera remix. We gotta look into that. We gotta look into the lo-fi death metal opera remixes out there. We gotta look into it. Hit that like button, guys. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming out here. Let's go. Big love, guys. Appreciate y'all. Seriously, appreciate the support. Appreciate you guys coming through. If you have more questions, feel free to tag me at players. It's hashtag players by itself. more than happy to answer your questions and go over other gaming news and content, which I think we can do that now at this point too. So let's go over some of the other gaming news. So we've got some stuff that happened with the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. Did you guys hear about this? Which I think I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I want to go over it. And apparently the Switch 2 Pro controller in the US sold 1 out of every 3 people that bought a Switch in the US bought a Pro controller. 1 out of every 3. That's kind of wild. 1 out of every 3 bought a Pro controller. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. So apparently it sold around 512,000 units. I have the Switch 2 Pro controller. And the reason why it's kind of crazy is because Switch 1 Pro controllers work with Switch 2. However, you can't wake the system up with it. So it becomes a little bit of a burden. But the Pro controllers got a price increase right before with the tariffs. So that was the thing that people felt that maybe would stop the Pro controller. So it's like, okay, well, what do I need to buy a Pro controller 2 when, what do I need to buy a Pro controller 2 when I can just get this, I can just use my Pro controller 1, or I can just use my Joy-Con 1s and all of that, and I'll be just fine. So yeah. Absolutely, man. Shout outs though. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys coming through. Hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are out here. Let's go. Yo, what's up, Vadcent? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today, man? Oh my gosh, yo. How you doing today, brother? Good to see you here. Shout outs. I might still use my GameSir Nova controller whenever I got the console. It works on Switch 1 and Switch 2 as well. Switch 2 Pro controller, too expensive for me to get now. Yeah, it's pricey, bro. I feel you on that one. Let me look at that. You said, what's that controller called? Yo, Braden Christensen. What's up, Braden? Thank you for the 54 months. Says, love and respect, OJ. Hope life is treating you well. Hey, man, everything's good. I can't complain. I can't complain, man. Everything is good so far, brother. Thank you so much for the support, man. I appreciate you. Let's go. Thank you for the support, man. You guys have been, man, you guys have been incredible, for real. You guys have been so dope, so I appreciate y'all, for real. Appreciate you guys. Do you agree with RGT85 opinion that a person's real self shouldn't be judged the same as entertainment character they're portraying? An ex-YouTuber may be cool on stream, but a jerk in real life. I mean, I think people are going to be judged regardless, whether I agree with that or not. People are going to be judged on how they are. Like, if you're a terrible person, if you're great on acting, but you're a terrible person IRL, people are going to judge you no matter how good you did, because that's still you at the end of the day. Now, people aren't going to do it vice versa. The people that do it vice versa are crazy. If you're a douchebag in acting and people hate you when you act, or whatever, then yeah, they shouldn't treat you, the person, as a bad person. But if you're a bad person IRL and have done bad things, it's going to come back and bite you in all facets. It's going to come back and bite you. So people are going to treat you that way. Now, are there some people that separate, what you do compared to like your entertainment? Yeah, some people do that, but a lot of people don't. So it's better to be a good person, so it gives people less reasons to be upset and they can treat you better. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you're a bad person, people are still going to look at they're going to look at your work in funny-eyed. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to look at your work a certain type of way if they feel that you're a bad person. Doesn't mean that you actually are. It just goes off of what that perception of that person is to you. So I see what RGT is saying for sure, but it just doesn't always work that way. It doesn't always work that way. So yeah. I think somebody's speaking Japanese, bro. You might have been in the wrong stream. Let's see, from Naruto country. Oh, shout outs to Naruto country. Let's go. I like that. I love Naruto. So yeah. So GameSir is like 8-bit though. It's a well-known controller brand if you want quality controllers, but at a decent price. Got my controller for less than 25. All right, let me check this. Let me see what you're talking about here. So you said GameSir controller Switch. So yeah. Oh, this controller looks pretty cool. Is it a GameSir Cyclone? Said less than $25. These ones are more than $25. Is it the GameSir Cyclone 2? Supernova? The Supernova controller? Have it here for $50. Wow, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like a really solid controller, to be honest. Hall effect joysticks, you know, magnetic plate covers. Yeah, it looks comes with a little charging stand. Yeah, it looks good. Doesn't have it has dual vibration motors and 6-axis gyroscope, so it has regular rumble. Doesn't have HD rumble. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Low latency. So yeah, good stuff, man. Hall effect. Come level up your channel with Bankai. Yo, let's go. Get the Bankai going. Japan is very hot right now, man. I feel you on that one. It's hot where I'm at too, brother. I bought it at Chinese site JD, so mine is going to be cheaper than one on site. I bought the GameSir Nova one that's blue. Nice. Yeah, I see it right here. I see the blue GameSir Nova. It looks really good. Like it actually looks. It has 1,000. How long does it last? The battery it has 1,000 mAh battery, so I'm guessing that's pretty good in terms of the battery. How long does it last normally? Let me see. Let's see more product details. But yeah, it looks good, man. Looks good. Looks like a really good controller. But yeah, I think since you're gonna get it cheaper, is this from China? Like the where they sell it? So yeah, you're gonna get it cheaper based on where you're at compared to where I'm at. I gotta deal with the tariffs and the other things. Silent and cushioned membrane, but A, B, X, Y buttons. Yeah, insane in the membrane buttons. I like silent buttons. It's like the Switch 2 buttons. They're pretty silent. They're not like super silent, but they're pretty silent. So I kind of like silent. I like silent buttons. GameCube though, GameCube. Yeah, GameCube, especially the shoulder buttons, loud. What's up, Knight 147? Just curious, do you have any case for your Switch 2? If you do, I have a Satisfy case right now. Yeah, I have a Satisfy case, and I have a Mamba grip right now. Battery's good, but not great. It only lasts for like 10 to 12 hours. Yeah, I would give that battery life like that's like a C. But compared to Xbox and PlayStation, it's probably not too bad. Well, compared to PS5, it's definitely not too bad compared to that. But yeah, 10 to 12 hours. That's okay. I think I'll stick with my, never mind. After that, I think I'll stick with my Switch 2 Pro controller. Yeah, because that one lasts for a solid 40, bro. Solid 40 on that one. So yeah. The stick on my GameSir Nova is really good. I'd argue as good as the Switch 2 Pro controller. Have you used the Switch 2 Pro controller, though? Because it has those smooth gliding sticks, though, man. Those smooth gliding sticks. Woo. You don't know about it until you try it. Like, until you really use it. Like in games. Naruto anime 20th commemoration in development from Japan. Oh, okay. Didn't we do like a Naruto? What did I do on the channel the other day? Well, not the other day, but it was a couple years ago. But didn't I do like a 20th anniversary thing? For Naruto? I thought we did that on the channel. I gotta do more anime stuff, man. I gotta do more reactions and all that on the channel. I really gotta do more stuff like that. It was the road to 20th anniversary, but that was back in that was 2 years ago. So Somebody made a Naruto trailer. Tom Holland and Timothy. Tom Holland and Timothy Chalamet. Okay, well, maybe we got to do some more reacting. Let's react to this trailer. Now we gotta react to this, bro. We gotta do some more reacting stuff. We gotta do some more reacting stuff on the channel. I know you guys have been asking me about that for a hot minute. So hold up. I saw this right here, man. I saw this right here, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? What's going on with this? Because we've got a fan made. We watching that? Yeah, bro. We gonna watch it. So let's check it out. Shout outs to Cage Studio for this one. So we gotta check this one out, man. We gotta check this one out. So so this is all right, you guys. All right. We got the reaction here. We're gonna be checking out Naruto trailer, Tom Holland, Timothy Chalamet. Concept version. Oh man, KH Studios. Let's go. Let's see what all this is about. Wait, hold up. Let's get the. Wait, who's that? Is that Choji? This is all AI, huh? This is all just straight up AI. This I can already tell. This is just straight up AI, fam. Just straight up AI. It's not Choji, is it? No, it's not Choji.
12 years ago, a nine-tailed fox suddenly appeared. The demon known as QB threatened to destroy everything.
This looks so fake, bro. It looks so fake. This looks so fake right now, man. How can it be looking like this, bro?
All the ninja clans rose up to defend their villages. The fourth Hokage trapped the spirit of QB in a human body. The child that received this curse was called Naruto.
Naruto? Netflix series? Baby Naruto, looking great in AI.
I will become the best ninja this world has ever seen.
Why is this so robotic sounding, man? He sounds so robotic.
You're the worst ninja I've ever seen. You're really getting on my nerves, Sasuke.
A ninja must see through deception.
Oh,
power is forged from desire.
Orochimaru. Wait a minute. Is that supposed to be Jiraiya? Why is that Toad walking like a human? Why is that Toad walking like a human? And is that supposed to be Jiraiya? Where's the red paint at, bro? Y'all missed it. Oh no. Oh man, yo, that's not good, man. I don't know what y'all thinking right now. What y'all feeling right now, though? Orochimaru looked okay, but man, I'm not sure if I'm feeling this.
The next generation will always surpass the previous one. It's one of the never-ending cycles in life.
Shadow clone technique.
There are no
Shadow clone technique. Oh my god, this is lame, dude. This is actually legitimately lame. That was terrible.
shortcuts to becoming Hokage.
In the grand scheme of
Orochimaru with the butt chin. Does Orochimaru have a butt chin in the anime? I don't think he does.
time, you're nothing more than a trivial footnote.
Become a shinobi.
You've attacked my friends, now you gotta pay. Rasengan!
You attack my friends, now you're gonna pay. You said Chinori. I think did he just underhand? I'm almost positive that he just underhanded a Chidori to him. Hold up. Rhycaria? Did he just say Rhycaria? Hold up. It's Chidori. Who did this AI? It's Chidori, not Rhycaria. Oh my goodness. He underhand a Chidori, you do Chidori like this. It comes like overhand. It does not go underhand. This man, like, let me give you a Chidori. Here is a Chidori. Bro, you got to be kidding me.
You've attacked my friends, now you gotta pay. Rasengan!
You attacked my friends, now you're going to pay. Rasengan! Oh, man, dude. Man. I've got to say, bro, I've got to say, with this Naruto, you know, I got to put it somewhere where it's really going to show off what I feel about this show, or about this, not show, about this, like, this is about how I feel right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is about how I feel. This is a joke. Obviously, it's a joke. The people that are doing this, they're just having a little bit of fun with AI. But this got like millions of views. But yeah, I am not so sure about this, man. I need you guys in the chat. How would you rate this this trailer for Naruto? How would you guys rate this? Because this was not good. This was definitely, I'd probably give it a rating of this AI in this video. I'd probably give it a rating of 3 Konoha headbands out of 10. It's a failing grade. It's a 30%. It's a 3 out of 10. So chat, I need you to guys round up the scores. Round up the scores. What is this at overall? I'm going to say a 3 out of 10. I don't think it was very good, man. I don't think it was very good at all. There was too much, like I said, listen, I'm not a fan of AI. I'm not a huge fan of AI videos and all that. But, like, if you're going to do an AI video, you got to do it right. You got to do it right. And this one just, it didn't get the job done. I mean, a lot of the stuff, you know, Raikaria, it wasn't Chidori. They're not even doing it like they're doing underhand instead of the overhand. I mean, the Rasengan here, I mean, what is going on with the Rasengan? They don't even have Naruto's whiskers, you know, and the whiskers that Naruto has, like the paint, like they don't even have that. They're missing Jiraiya's paint as well. Like, it's just, there's too many problems with this. There's just way too many problems with this for this to even be something that I would even consider even halfway decent, like even like a 5 out of 10 or like a 6 out of 10. It's just not good enough, man. It's just not good enough. So oh man, we're gonna have to give it 3 Raikarias out of 10. 3 Raikarias out of 10. Not great at all. So chat, I gotta ask the chat, so what's happening with this? What do you guys think? Let me hear about it. Better than Dragon Ball Evolution. Best comments from the chat will make it. Best comments from the chat. Better than Dragon Ball Evolution. Okay. Better than Dragon Ball Evolution. Barely. Like, does anybody actually think this was better than Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball Evolution was pretty bad. That was a pretty bad show. Shout out to Justin Chatwin. He's a good actor. I think it's Justin Chatwin. But yeah, Dragon Ball Evolution was hot garbage. -10, says Son. The Last Ronin Ninja Turtles has nothing to do with this, but yeah, I agree with you on there. Too many inaccuracies between and if you're using AI, you should be able, I don't even know how like the AI works in terms of how they use things or how they do things, but if you're using AI, shouldn't you be able to like modify or add some stuff in? I'm guessing they're using a pretty complex AI, right? Like, I mean, how does this work to where do you just say, hey, I want Tom Holland and Timothy dressed up in Naruto character, like Naruto, to make a movie trailer? Like, I don't even know how it works. It's like, I don't subscribe to like to the open AI or whatever the case is. So how do you even get this stuff to even do what it's doing? Like, I know there's sometimes you can use keywords to get what you want to animate something. I think one time, like in my Power Director, there's like AI tools in there, and like I tried to animate the AI like for Princess Zelda and Rauru or something like that. I tried to animate that from a screenshot to kind of get like a little bit of an extra flair when I was talking about Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. And like Princess Zelda, like I told her to like, you know, slash and then like stop and like, you know, have like the ground explode or something. And like she just like contorted, her arm turned into like a sword. It was super weird. So I'm guessing, you know, this AI stuff, there's maybe a little bit more to it than meets the eye. overall. So yeah, using AI should be illegal. I think that isn't there some things that makes it kind of like illegal. You can't do it in some respect, but yeah, yeah, not good. Not good overall. 2 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 2 out of 10, more of that. This is worse than the OJ Ninja Turtle movie. Which Ninja Turtle movie are you talking about, you know? So, yeah. It's better than the Snow White. Oh, man. Is it better than the Snow White movie? Man, that Snow White movie must be... Y'all out here. You know what the funniest thing with the Snow White movie is? I remember I was on a plane coming back from San Francisco to the CV, and it was so funny. Somebody started watching Snow White, and like 10, like probably about 20 minutes in, they're like, "Nah, I'm good." Like they were right in front of me, so I can see what they were watching. Right, like I can see what they were watching. She's like, "Oh wow, Snow White." She started watching it 20 minutes in. She's like, "Oh, I'm out." She just said, "I'm out of here." Just went to sleep. She just shook her head and was like, "Nah, this ain't it." Oh man, this ain't it. So yeah, maybe it's better. Yeah, maybe it's better than the Snow White, right? Better than the Snow White movie, and all of that. The live action, or the better than like the live action Snow White. The live action Ninja Turtles movie from the 90s are way better than this. Oh yeah, the Turtles movies from the 90s are really good. Although I think the third one is not so good, but like the first and second one, from what I remember, are really good, and those were like super hype, you know. Still better than Mortal Kombat Annihilation movie. Oh man, I don't know about that, bro. Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I mean, there's some rough parts, a lot of stuff. Okay, so we got to do this, chat. We got to compare this compared to the Street Fighter, like 1994 Street Fighter. Who's seen that movie? Remember with Jean-Claude Van Damme as Guile? Okay, who's seen that? So maybe we got to compare the two. Maybe we got to compare the two. Which movie's better when it comes to that, man? I don't know. Oof. I remember watching that Street Fighter movie back in 1994 and thinking, this thing sucks. Ryu and Ken are bumbling idiots. Guile, I mean, like, Jean-Claude's awesome, and, like, I think his Guile was okay. But, yeah, like, that movie, I think that movie sucked. I did not like that movie. I know there's, like a cult following behind it, but, yeah. I think the Street Fighter movie's definitely better, though. Like, I have to agree. Street Fighter movie is probably better than what this could have been or what this is. Like, if this actually went through. But remember, if it actually went through and they actually had the real Tom Holland and Timothy, I mean, clearly they'd be able to do better acting than this. Like, their voices were so stiff. That AI is pretty bad, man. Their voices were super, super, super stiff. Like, it did not quite sound like them, you know? This picture right here is hilarious. Looks like he's holding like a shining golf ball. It's not even like a real Rasengan, you know what I mean? It looks like a shining golf ball. That's what it looks like right now. So they got to work on the Rasengan tech. Hold up, let me see this Rasengan again. They got to work on this Rasengan AI tech, bro. They got to work on it. The Chidori looks a bit better. I give him a few points for the Chidori, you know. And they did a good job like with the Scar. I'll give him that. If you go into some more details, like I'll give him that. Let me see the Konoha symbol. I think that Konoha symbol is a little bit off because that swirl is supposed to go all the way and it's not supposed to actually make like a full circle. It's not supposed to make like, you see like it's like a full circle like dot, but that's not actually how it is. If you look at it like here, you see how it doesn't actually make like a completed circle dot. It just goes like a swirl and then stops. So yeah, they definitely messed up on that as well. They definitely messed up on that one too. Shout out to Deported. But yeah, the Chidori was okay. I'll get that in just a bit. But the let's see it.
You've attacked my friends. Now you.
Yeah, that. Yeah, it looks like a smoking. It looks like a smoking golf ball, like a golf ball that was just smoking. So yeah, definitely not the best there. So, what did you guys think about the Naruto Timothy or Tom Holland and Timothy concept version? Would you guys like to see this version somehow play out on Netflix, on a Netflix TV, on a Netflix subscription service near you? You can let me know in the comment section. Oh man, I don't know. I think I got something's got to happen with this, man. This AI is getting out of control. All right, shout outs to my man Deported with the $2 dono and says, Raul Julia as M. Bison is goated in the 1994 movie. Okay, yeah. Goated in that one. Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of goat action going on there. Maybe there's a little bit of goat action. We also got a little bit of extension action as well. Thank you so much to Port Sicilian with the $2 dono. That gets us to 45, so that's a 45-minute extension. Hey, yo, combo breaks for everybody. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that 45-minute extension. Let me go and get my man Noah busting out.
Overclock Buster!
Let's go. We can still make it to the 1 hour. We got 30 minutes left on stream, so we can still make it there. Street Fighter is better, but just barely, though. Yo, let's go. Just barely. Oh, man. You guys, some of y'all like the Street Fighter movie. Okay, I can see that the Street Fighter movie was there for some of you guys. Some of y'all thought it was pretty good, you know? Some of y'all thought it was pretty good. Memorable lines, yeah. A few different things overall when it comes down to it. So, a few different things that comes down to what's happening here. Like I said, hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming here. Let's go. Shout outs, guys. Let me get some music. Speaking of Guile, speaking of Street Fighter, let's go. Next one up, guys, combo wise, we get to 60. We'll have a 1 hour extension and on our way to the going and the platinum for tonight. So I appreciate that, guys. Let's go. Looks like the top of the snow cone. The top of a the swirl. Shout outs to is it Wind? Thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Shout outs to also Sicilian. Thank you for the $2, man. It was better than the Pokemon Presents. Oh, I don't know, man. Pokemon Presents had Pokemon Legends ZA. I think the animation is going to be better there, but hey, you know what? Close. Street Fighter movie is goated. Says Raul Julia is the king amongst men. There you go. Street Fighter movie. Okay, yeah, I already read that. So yeah, shout outs to the GOAT Street Fighter movie. Yeah, I remember watching that movie and just not being impressed back in the day. Maybe if I watched it again, it'd be a little bit different. But I don't know if it would be, or I don't know if it will be, because I don't know, man. I don't know. Some of those old school adaptations of video game movies are just really well. So it's really weird. It's really weird. So yeah, man. Hit that like button, guys. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button and let them know that we are streaming. So yeah, here was the ratio that I was talking about. Here's the stuff that I was talking about on Twitter with Mr. P.O. Shout out to Mr. P.O. He's the homie. So they always troll me. So let me give you guys the backstory with this. So on Twitter, Genki and P.O., they're more PlayStation fans, which is fine. I have no problem, man. Like what you like, live what you live. It's all good. I'm friends with lots of people, so I don't care. It's just video games at the end of the day, right? So they're more PlayStation people, for sure, more PlayStation people. And you know, Genki put up this tweet saying Donkey Kong Bonanza launches the second best, I think he meant selling game in Japan this week, selling 127,000 physical units at launch. Mario Kart World remained the #1 best-selling game in Japan with 135,000 units sold for the week. Mario Kart World and Bonanza. So he separated it. He did a post on the physical sales too. But he didn't have a lot of traction on this post because it's not PlayStation, right? But either way, Mr. P, I tagged Mr. P.O. because in the past, what they would do is that they would always, actually, hold up, what's this? Okay, here we go. We got one here. So in the past, they would always troll me. Anytime that the PS5 did a little bit better, the very rare few times that the PS5 did a little bit better, they would troll me and say, "Oh, how you feeling? Wii U," like make fun of me. And it's all good. It was all good and fun, right? It was all good and fun. But they would troll me with that. So they haven't been trolling me lately. Mr. P.O. hasn't been because the PS5 has not been selling anywhere near the Switch 1 and getting blown out by the Switch 2. So every now and then I'll troll Mr. P.O. here and there. I'll tag him. But today I wanted to tag him to let him know about this, because we had to talk about it. because he was hyping up Astrobot as the second coming, you know? And obviously, that same energy is not there with another good 3D platformer, right? I hyped up Astrobot too. I thought Astrobot was great. I talked about it a lot. I played it, whatever. But a lot of the PlayStation guys that I knew they wouldn't do this. I knew they would barely talk about Donkey Kong. You know, I knew they would because it's a threat to Astro, right? It's a threat to Astro. So I tagged Mr. P. I'm like, nah, I gotta let you off the hook this week, man. You ain't talking about it enough. I said, yo, DK Bonanza sold 10 times more in Japan compared to Astrobot. Just wanted to check, make sure you were okay. Just wanted to make sure that you're okay, fam. What's going on here? And he said, and only one. Remember, this is on a PlayStation Twitter page, right? So this is with PS guys. He said, and only one game of the year. Well, I mean, obviously we're not here for the game of the year yet, but yeah, I don't think Donkey Kong Bonanza is gonna win game of the year. But I came back with the stinger. Yo, Kevin. Yo, shout outs to Kevin. Yo, let's go. Hold up real quick. We gotta replay that. California. Smash! Yo, Kevin.
What's up, OJ? How
What
long
up?
can I get any music from Street Fighter 2?
Absolutely. I'll get your music. Yo, Kevin with the big $30 dono, getting the hype going. Hey, yo. Thank you for the big $30 donos. Yo, we pump. Drop, Tress, triple. Yo, the 3-bomb, the Caitlin Clark, the Steph Curry. We're hitting you from deep. Yo, thank you for the big $30 dono. That's becoming instantly the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Thank you so much, Mr. Kevin. I'll get your music in just a bit. But I tagged him and I said, yo, I said, here's the real game of the year without the Sony bias. Without the Sony bias. I was surprised how many people let me ratio this man right now, bro. I was surprised. I thought I was going to get killed here. But people are like, nah, man. So yeah, man. Like, I was just like, yo. I linked it. I said, take a look at the game of the year. GameSpot game of the year. Metaphor Refantasio. IGN game of the year. These are the casual sites too, the general sites. IGN game of the year. Metaphor Refantasio. We all know what the real game of the year was. We all know what actually, for the people that actually played both games, we know what the real game of the year was. And like I said, I thought I was going to get cooked on this tweet. I'm like, man, I'm going to get cooked. I'm going to leave. But to my surprise, I had a lot of people actually agreeing with me. Even PlayStation peeps agreeing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man. You know? Even PlayStation peeps agreeing with me, man. So yeah, man. Like, it was kind of crazy. I thought I was going to get cooked on this tweet. So yeah. But yeah, that was the real game. The real game of the year last year was Metaphor. Like, if you want to talk about it, we can definitely talk about it. We can definitely discuss it. You know, what the real game of the year is. We can go over it. Heck, we can go over it in a video. We can work smarter overall. So we're going to talk about it. We got to have this discussion. This is a discussion that we've been having on here. This is a discussion. This is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while that I have to get off my chest. Listen, both games are great. Astrobot, fantastic game. Metaphor Refantasio, phenomenal game. But the truth of the matter is this, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This game of the year that Astrobot got, the game of the year that Astrobot got is fraudulent. Not because the game is not worthy of it. It's just because the game was, obviously, it's on PlayStation 5. It's a PlayStation exclusive. And it's something that people were trying to push and hype up above the establishment, which is, the establishment in this case would be Metaphor Refantasio. That would be, okay, Persona, Atlas, they've been there, done that, blah, 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 whatever the case is. But the real thing is that a lot of these people didn't even play the game. I want to know, out of all the voters that voted for Astrobot and not Metaphor, did you even play Metaphor? Now, listen, don't get me wrong. Astrobot, incredible game. Incredible title. Very, 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 very good game. Honestly, very good game. But at the same time, Metaphor Refantasio, in its own genre, what does Astrobot do that Metaphor did not do in its own genre as a game? When you look at it from everything. Okay, let's talk about graphics. Okay, maybe Astrobot's got a little bit of an edge there. But Metaphor is significantly bigger, and Metaphor still has some nice graphics here and there, especially the character design and the art. I would say character design and art blows Astrobot out of the water. Like, not even close with character design and art. Astrobot, it's alright, but it's definitely not anything that's like super crazy overall with the character design and art. So, listen, graphics, I'm going to give to Astrobot. But the character design and the art, Metaphor ReFantazio, hands down. Another thing that we're going to talk about, music. Astrobot music, very good. But Atlas music with Metaphor? Bro, Ode to the Heroes? The battle music? The opera stuff? Oh my gosh, the music in Metaphor is incredible. It is so good. We got to give the edge to music, once again, to Metaphor. Let's talk about gameplay variety. That's also, no question. Metaphor has all sorts of different gameplay options, has all sorts of different classes that you can pick from, has multiple different characters that you can use. Now, yes, it's a platformer, so you can't do a direct comparison, but I'm just saying, in its own genre with RPGs compared to in its own genre with platformers, there are more dynamic platformers, way more dynamic platformers in the own genre. Like, even look at DK Bonanza with the different type of skills that you can do, or even you look at Mario Odyssey with the amount of different movement options. Astrobot don't even got that many movement options. It's just got, you can do a little spin jumpy thing, you can do a Super Mario Sunshine thing. I mean, there wasn't like a ton of different movement options in that game. There's not like an aerial or a backflip or a ground pound or a lot of these different things. Now, there are some upgrades and power-ups that are temporary for certain levels or certain level-based upgrades, but it wasn't like they blew it out of the water with that. Metaphor, sure, there are other games that have more, but Metaphor had a significant amount of different archetypes and different things that you can do when it comes to items and weapons. It was crazy overall. So Metaphor, when it comes to what it does, gameplay variety, Metaphor, once again, story, not even close. Metaphor's story, maybe some people think it's not the best story, that's fine, but Astrobot's story is pretty much non-existent. I know it's a platformer, not a direct comparison, but once again, Metaphor is also better in that respect. Metaphor is also better in that respect with story. Then when you talk about gameplay, this can be a wash, right? This can be like, okay, I like this type of gameplay with Metaphor compared to Astrobot. Astrobot has like the pure fun aesthetic. So to me, it's about equal or to a wash. And then when you look at content, it's not even close. Replay value, presentation content, not even close. Metaphor crushes it. Metaphor is a 100-hour RPG if you want to really do everything. Astrobot, you can beat that like in like 4 hours if you don't do everything. You know, if you do everything, maybe 12 hours, 15, whatever. You know, so for me, in terms of each game and what each game does in their respective genres and what game puts it all together, Metaphor puts it all together and offers you more of that great content. Astrobot is not so much better gameplay-wise, story-wise, art-wise, music-wise. It's not so much better that it supersedes and jumps past the goatedness that happens and the amount of game that you get with Metaphor ReFantazio. So that's the reason why. And I played both games. I pretty much 100%ed Astrobot. I 100%ed Astrobot. I think I'm missing one. What am I? I'm missing like one thing. Like one. I don't think I'm missing any bots. I know I'm missing like one collectible or something like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, for the most, I beat everything in the game without the extra DLC, like the time the DLC that they have for the games, like with levels and all that. Metaphor, I pretty much did everything that I can do on my first playthrough. I pretty much did everything. I spent 160 hours. So I've played both of these games thoroughly, in and out. Metaphor is the better game. It got robbed, man. It got robbed. It got robbed zombie. You know, so that's why I think so many people agree with me. You know, if you play both games, I think that the result will be, it won't always be the same as what I'm saying, but it'll be similar to what I'm saying. It'll be similar to what I'm saying. So that's my thought process on it. And I want to get into what you guys have to say. Let me go ahead and move over to this right here. Sorry about that, guys. So let me get this Street Fighter. I gotta get Street Fighter 2 music. Big love to Kevin. Street Fighter 2 music in the house. Let's get that going. Let's get that going. Hold up, but we gotta exit out of this because we got go straight on here, and then we're gonna do Street Fighter 2 music. All right, here we go. Street Fighter 2. Dun 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 Dun, 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 dun. But I want to play that one, man. Street Fighter 2 music, theme song. We got to play that one, man. Boom, boom, boom. Hold up. Street Fighter 2 title theme. Yeah, that one's awesome. Here we go. But where's the extended version of it? The World Warrior theme. Okay, here we go. Well, this is a different one, but we'll just play this. Is this really how it sounded? Good enough. Let's see. I didn't find Eshop's music to be good. No. The first MK movie in the 1990s were awesome. It's a sequel. Not so much. Christopher Lambert. Yeah, absolutely. I was just saying in DM about the folks over being the biggest gaming subreddit deleting positive Nintendo posts. Yeah, I did see that. I had some people look into it for me too, so I'm looking into it. KH Studio is known for making fake AI movie trailers. Oh, sometimes Google and YouTube sometimes recommends me. Yeah, I can see that's what they're known for. Street Fighter movie is goated. All right, we gotta play some different Street Fighter music because this just loops and it doesn't sound good. So, oh, Street Fighter 2 V. Let's go. I love this theme song. It's not actually Street Fighter 2, but this song's awesome. Have you guys ever watched Street Fighter 2? We gotta do a reaction to Street Fighter 2 V, like a whole watch party. Like one of these days, I gotta do like Street Fighter 2 V, just like watching the whole show with you guys, because that show is freaking lit. Who here has seen Street Fighter 2 V? Anybody here seen Street Fighter 2 V? So good. Shout outs to 75 on the combo board. Hey, yo. 25 combos away from a platinum tonight. Let's go. Shout outs, guys. 25 more combos. That's all we need. Let's get it. Hey, what's up, Ralphie? Yes, we are live, sir. Good to see you here. Welcome to the stream, brother. Let go. Hey, what's up, Dr. Birdie? Welcome. Animated movie. No, not the animated movie. It's a series. It's a it's like a an anime series. It's like I think like 20 something episodes. It follows Ryu. I don't think it's canon though. I think Capcom came out and said it's not canon or not all of it's canon. I don't know what their official stance on it is. But it's called Street Fighter 2 V. And it follows Ryu and Ken when they're 17 years old. They're about 17 and Chun-Li's like 15. And it follows they train in Japan. You don't get to see all that, but Ryu goes to America to visit his best friend, obviously Ken. And then they get into all sorts of shenanigans. Some shenanigans. They get like kidnapped essentially. Ryu does. Then Ken goes to try to save him and all that. And then like they travel the world. So Guile beats Ryu's butt. Guile beats the stuffing out of Ryu. Just beats the crap out of him. Ken goes to avenge. This is just the early game, so I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. Ken goes to the army base because like they go out on Ryu goes to America to see Ken. They're bored. They go out to the bars. They can't even get in, but Ken is rich, so he bribes the guy to get in. Ken starts some stuff with army guys. Like starts talking to their girls, like, hey, talk to them and says, I'm rich, I'm this. And then the girls go with them. And then, because they're just looking to start a fight. So then the army guy's like, oh, we're going to beat your butt. And they're like, yeah, right. So then Ryu and Ken kick both of their butts, or Ryu kicks their butts. Then Guile walks in and is like, what the heck, who did this to my men? And Ryu's like, yeah, you want some too? And then Guile's like, yeah, right. And Guile beats the crap out of him. Like, I ain't never seen Ryu get trashed like this. Like, Guile beats the crap out of him. So then later, Ken goes to the army base and tracks down Guile. Guile's hungover, though. Guile is super hungover. And then while, Ken is beating up Guile while he's hungover, but then Guile cheats. Guile takes, like, some sand or whatever and throws it in his face and beats the crap out of Ken, too. So then they realize at that point that they suck, that there are way more stronger fighters out there. If they got beat by some random guy that they've never heard of, that they're nowhere near as good as they think that they are. And they need to travel the world to find the best fighters. So that's the setup for Street Fighter 2V. Like I said, I don't know if it's canon or not, but it's freaking incredible, dude. It is so good. It is so good. So yeah, this series is from 1995, I think. Yeah, 95. But the animation, the sound effects, the voice acting is all really good. And the English voice acting is very good. It's not like it sounds corny or sounds bad. It's really good lip syncing and voice acting. I'm actually surprised at how quality it is. Like, compared to like what you'd watch in today's day, it's really not that bad. It's actually pretty good. And the drawing is incredible. I mean, this is how it looks. This is the main art for the show. Like, look at the detail. Like, look at the detail. Look at the shading. Look at the lighting. Like, and it's this quality throughout the show. It's not like it dips in quality like My Hero or whatever, or like how they draw them so like trash. Like, it's literally this good. Look at Chun-Li. Look at how good Chun-Li looks in this one, you know? Look at Ryu and Ken. Look at those muscles. Look at Bison. Look at how evil he looks. Like, it's a goated series, man. I've watched it multiple times now, and I've always had a blast whenever I watch it because it's so good. Shout outs to Alan E. Alan E, thank you for the 69 months of membership. Hey, yo, combo breaks. Thank you so much. Oh my God, 69 months. Guys, we are 4 Elite Ninja away. 4 from 500. Thank you so much, Alan E, for adding to the total there. Let's go. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. What's up, Alan? I'm doing good, man. How are you? Shout outs, dude. I've been trying to work on a competitive Pokemon team. I feel like I'm getting some progress finally. Hey, there you go, Dr. Birdie. I think I still have the DVD of this. Yeah, I think my brother still has, like, he had like the VHS. He had like the VHS tape of like the first 6 episodes or something. But I remember we only had like the first 3 episodes for a long time. And we would just watch the first 3 episodes over and over. This was before the internet became the internet to where you can watch stuff like that. So I remember for the longest time just being stuck on the first 3 to 6 episodes of the anime. And then later, I forgot when I watched it, but I remember just watching it on YouTube. And then I watched it again on YouTube like a few years ago. I watched it again. I was like, oh, this is so good, you know? So yeah. At 500 members, OJ plays Crazy Bus, bro. I'd be crazy to play Crazy Bus. I'd be crazy to play it. Bro, I put 100 hours in Final Fantasy 15 on PS4 and got to Chapter 2. Did it on Steam Deck in 40 hours of the same part of the game. Metaphor is far more being my immediate list than Xenoblade 1 I need to beat. Oh, okay, I think you're talking to somebody else. Shout outs, though. Good stuff. Street Fighter 2V aired on TV Japan. I got the whole series on DVD. Nice. I gotta get the whole series on DVD or Blu-ray. Is it on Blu-ray? I gotta buy it so I don't gotta watch it on freaking YouTube. I should definitely cop that. Yeah, very cool series. Very cool. Like I said, I don't think it's canon. The only thing that I don't like about it is Balrog sucks. He's not like a boxer, like fighter. He's like an information like wuss in this game. Like, he's not, you know, he can't fight like he fights in Street Fighter 2. So that's the only thing that I don't like about it, is Balrog is trash. The interpretation of Balrog. He's like a secret spy for like Interlude for like Bison, like, which, yeah, that's what he is, but the fact that he's not like boxing people and stuff is stupid. Like, I hate that. So that's the only thing that I thought was trash. That's absolutely garbage that they made Balrog so garbage in this, you know? So yeah, outside of that, it's great. Everybody else is pretty good. Like, everybody else that's in the show, like Zangief, Guile's great. Ryu Ken is great. Chun-Li's interpretation is great. Vega is fantastic. You know, all the people that show up. Fei Long is really good. Fei Long and Ken fight. Oh my god. Sagat is weird. Sagat is super weird, but it's like good. It's not bad in terms of Sagat. Like, his is okay. So yeah, Dalsim is really good. I love Dalsim. Dalsim's great in this. So yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see here. Let's go though. Shout outs to Alan though, man. I appreciate you. Let's go. Let me see some more of the comments that you guys had. Hold up. Shout outs to Cool Guy and That's It. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, it's not a movie. It's just I wish they would bring back Street Fighter 2V though. I wish they would actually like make like a new like something with that. I think that'd be cool. But it wraps up pretty nicely though. Like it wraps up pretty nicely, man. It really does. So yeah. Let's see. So I got looks epic on Street Fighter 6. Yeah, he looks pretty good on Street Fighter 6. Yes, we know. Balrog is Bison and Vega is Sagat or whatever. Yes, we know. We know that it's like the whole did you know that Doki Doki Panic is Mario Bros 2 is Doki Doki Panic in Japan? It's like that whenever I hear somebody say, did you know that Balrog in Japan is Bison? Yes, we know. They changed the name because they didn't want it to be too similar to, you know, Mike Tyson, you know, M. Bison, Mike Tyson. That sounds way too similar. So they wanted to change it just in case, like, they didn't want, you know, Mike Tyson to sue. So they changed it in America. Fei Long was really good at, yeah, Fei Long was great in it. Fei Long was really good. Let me get some more Street Fighter 2 music. But yeah, this soundtrack is, the soundtrack in the show is great too. Let me get Ken's theme. Akuma? No, I don't think Akuma. No, Akuma wasn't in it. The main villain was Bison. Bison, Zangief, Cammy, but no, Akuma's not in there. So that's what I'd love to see if they did like Street Fighter 2 V. What would it be called? Street Fighter 2 VX? Street Fighter 2 V2? I don't know. If they did that, bring in Akuma, make them a bit older, Ken and Ryu are in their 20s. Dude, that would be super cool. That'd be like... That'd be really good. You think you still have the DVD? It's nice. So yeah. I want to get more into Street Fighter. I have not carved out enough time to actually play Street Fighter 6 like that, but I actually want to get into that game, you know? Because I love, dude, I'm an old school Street Fighter fan. I used to play Street Fighter all the time. Like Street Fighter 2, dude, I played that game with my brother. We played that game all the time, man. We were always playing Street Fighter 2, always playing that game. So I definitely want to get into more Street Fighter when I can. We'll just have to adjust the subtitle to 2v2. Sounds Street Fighter 2v2, but it's not actually. Oh, that'd be cool that you're doing like 2v2 fights throughout the whole thing. But no, that was like one of the big things in like the show. Like when Ryu was getting the crap beat out of him by Guile asked him afterwards, like, hey, why didn't you interfere? Like, why didn't you help your buddy out? And he's like, yeah, we don't gang up on people like you military meatheads. And Guile and all them were just looking at him like, okay. Because like they tried to jump Ryu, and Ryu, you know, when they're in the bar, Ryu kicked all their butts, and Ken was just chilling. Ken was just having a sip of his water or whatever, his drink, and Ryu was just beating all of them up. But then when Guile came through, I mean, no, they were all fighting Ryu at the same time, and Ryu just beat them all up. But then when Guile came in, Guile expected Ken to jump in, but Ken never jumped in. Ken just let Ryu get beat up, you know? Because they don't gang up, man. They fight. They fight one-on-one. They fight one-on-one. So, but that's the funny thing is that, like, well, no, that's a spoiler. That's a spoiler. But anyway, shout outs to It's Your Boy with the $10 dono. Says Street Fighter 2 animation movie was also far. Yes, I used to watch my brother had the DVD, or not, the VHS cassette tape, you know, of that, and I used to watch it. We used to watch that all the time as well. Shout outs to my man Ralphie. Thank you for the big $10 dono. Let's go. We out here. Another JoJo coming through. JoJo's coming in late. We're almost 15 combos away from that 100 platinum combo overclock. Excuse me. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. But yeah, the Street Fighter movie was great. 15 combos away. Shout outs to my man Kevin and It's Your Boy Ralphie coming in late. Let's go, man. Remember standing in line for arcades to play Street Fighter 2 and MK? I remember there being insane lines for MK. Not Street Fighter 2 as much, but just a lot of lines. Yeah. Yo, Chun-Li Vega fight was fire. Oh yeah, that's the fight where Chun-Li's that's the shower fight, right? Where Chun-Li's in the shower and she gets ambushed. Well, she's in the shower and then Vega's stalking her, and then she gets out of the shower and she gets dressed and everything, but then she fights Vega when she's getting dressed, so she gets completely ambushed. And yeah, that fight was crazy. I was like, oh man, when I first watched it, I'm like, oh man, Vega's gonna kill her. Shout outs to my man Ralphie. Thank you for the $10 dono. Let's go. Yo, 2 back-to-back $10 donos. We out here. 95 on the board. That is 5 away from the platinum. Let's go. 1 hour already confirmed. We out here tonight. Another JoJo. 6 JoJos tonight. Let's get it. Thank you guys so much for the support, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Chun-Li in the shower. Yeah, well, no, you don't. Guys, listen, hold up. You don't see anything. Let me just make that. I mean, it was a little bit, but nothing. Nothing crazy. But yes. And I'm talking about, let me make sure that I make this very clear. Street Fighter 2, the movie, they are older. Okay? So I want to make sure I make this very clear to you guys. Okay? Before anybody sits there and I'm acting goofy or weird. Street Fighter 2, the animated movie that Ralphie's talking about, they are adults. They are old in that movie. I'm not saying that there's a shower scene with Street Fighter 2 V where Chun-Li is 15 and they're 17. No. So I want to make sure there is no shower scene. Okay? So I want to make sure that I make that and separate that very clearly. Okay? For people out here trying to say I'm a weirdo or something like that. No. Those are 2 separate things. Let me just make sure I keep that very clear. Fun fact, the dub was done by a studio called Animes, who at the time worked on dubs on Cowboy Bebop, Akira, Outlaw Star, and pretty well received dubs at the time. Nice. Yeah, that makes sense, man. Because they were pretty good for me, at least. I thought it was solid. I thought it was really good, you know? So I thought it was pretty good. Oh, yeah, this is the Akira Toriyama song. Oh, wow, this is the emotion of the Akira Toriyama, man. The Budokai Battle Theme 4 Challenge. I remember playing this back in the day. Oh, man. Who remember playing this game right here, guys? You guys remember this one right here? Oh, this was it, bro. But I played it on the GameCube. But yeah, the PS2 version came out first. But I didn't have a PS2 at the time. Oh man, this game was it. Dragon Ball Z Budokai. This game was it. Let's go. Yo, Kevin with the $5. Oh, Ninja Peach. Thank you so much, Kevin. Rounding it out for us. Hey yo. Appreciate that, Kevin. Let's go. 100 platinum. You guys know what time it is. You guys know what time it is. We're gonna do Cloud in just a bit after the Budokai. Let's see. I still bought. Oh yeah, it's a classic. I think I want to play the game again. I want to play it again. It's like skip new Dragon Ball Z. Let's play the old ones. Yeah, this is a bop, man. This is a bop. This is a certified banger. This is a certified banger, dude. Actually, the uncensored version of Street Fighter 2 animated movie did show Chun-Li's nude, so the fight against Vega really amplified her popularity. The uncensored version? Okay, I watched the censored version. So I watched the censored version then, if that's the case. Yeah, the whole movie, firefights were good throughout. Yes, very good throughout the movie. Very good. Yeah, very, very good. But but Chun-Li was always popular though. She was always popular. So yeah, but I guess yeah, it boosted even more. Let's see here. Sparking Zero was supposed to replace Budokai Tenkaichi 3. It was supposed to. You were the chosen one. What happened? Bad Namco's just like. Y'all were really hyped. Guys like Dark Synchron, that's here. Y'all were really hyping up Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Sparking like it was gonna be freaking the Street Fighter 2 of anime fighters. Like it was gonna be the Soul Calibur 2, or it was gonna be the Tekken 3 of anime fighters. Y'all really were thinking that it was gonna be the reinvention. Oh man, y'all really thought that. That was the funniest thing, man. Y'all were hyping that to the max. Oh man, what happened? I don't know. I don't know what happened. Something happened. I'm not sure. Rip City. This one's good too. The Japanese theme song for Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. Oh my gosh, dude. So good. So good. Who played the heck out this game too? I had this game on the PS2. Dude, I remember playing this game so much. that I fell asleep. Like, I was playing it, the single player story mode, like where you fly around and collect Dragon Balls and fight. Dude, the first night I made it, I think I made it to like I was on Namek. And I just played this game till I was so tired and I couldn't play it anymore. I remember I was at my mom's house in the second little living room that we had at the house that we were at. Oh my gosh, man. Casual noob with the $1 dono. And he says, first talking about Dora, and now suddenly you're gonna summon Baron to talk like that. Sorry, Jump Force 40. But sorry, that's not a Jump Force 40, but I am broke. Hey, look, Casual noob, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. So don't worry about it. Thank you for the $1 dono, man. I appreciate it. If you're broke, hold on to your money, what you got, man. Oh my gosh, this song is so good. Let's see, those characters made you work for those games made you work for your character unlocks. Oh yeah, made you work for them, man. They made you work for them. But I think back then we had way less Dragon Ball games, so it wasn't like when you got a new Dragon Ball game, it felt more fresh. It felt way more fresh when you got a new Dragon Ball game. So it felt more fresh to me, at least. Shout outs to Ralphie, man. I appreciate you. Big love, dude. Thank you. And thank you, Kevin. You guys coming through, man. You guys coming through at the end here. Combo breaks. 110. Hold on. We gotta do the platinum. We gotta do the limit break real quick. Then we'll get right back to the music, guys. I'm sorry about that. We gotta get it going. You know we hit the limit break. My man Cloud comes with the Buster Sword. My man Sephiroth. Let's go. Let's see here. The frequency wasn't too high, at least in the West. Japan got a few gems. Well, it was every year. I think what happened was starting from the year, I think 2002 or 2003, it started becoming every year. So I remember throughout, like, it was like Dragon Ball Z Budokai, Budokai 2, Budokai 3, Budokai Tenkaichi 1, Budokai Tenkaichi 2, Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and those were all came out like, it was like 6 games almost all back to back to back to back to back. And then after that, it was like, I think they might have taken a break, but then it was like Raging Blast. But then we also had other games in between, like Dragon Ball Sagas and other games. And yes, Japan got more. But yeah, it was just, there was a lot. I mean, obviously we have less Dragon Ball Z games now than we did back then, but it felt more fresh. It felt way more fresh because we just hadn't had as many. Because a lot of the games in the past, like Super Nintendo, they didn't launch here in the West. Like the Dragon Ball Z games in the Super, like there's been so many Dragon Ball Z games, but those games didn't launch officially here in the West. Like there's barely any. Before the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox, dude, we barely got any Dragon Ball Z games. Like PS1, N64, I don't think got a single Dragon Ball Z game. PS1 did it. I know there's maybe like GBA or like Game Boy that might have been localized, but not really. So it wasn't until GBA, PS2, GameCube, that we started getting Dragon Ball Z games, like somewhat, you know? But then, you know, we got a lot on that. But then PS3 and Xbox 360, they did more. They did Raging Blast, and they did a lot of them. So at that point, I was already done. I was cooked. I was already done by the 360. I was like, I'm good, you know? Yeah, Burst Limit. When was Burst Limit? I remember, did I play Burst Limit? Oh gosh, yeah, there was that game. Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit. Oh man, I remember playing that. Did I play Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit? Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit. Oh yeah, I think I played Burst Limit. I think I did. That's a PS3 game, right? Yeah, I think I played Burst Limit. Yeah, 2008 in Japan. Okay, yeah. It was 2008. I think I played. God, Steve, there's so many games I forgot. I think I bought Burst Limit and played it. I think I did, yeah. Oh my goodness, that just unlocked a memory, man. I think I did, yeah, because I was in college, and I'm almost positive that I went out and bought Burst Limit when it came out. Yeah, but it got stolen with my games. I think I bought it on PS3, but I don't. Oh man, I don't remember. Gosh. Street Fighter 2 V DVD was distributed by Manga Home Video back then. Nice. Yeah, there's the Legacy of Goku games on GBA. The best Dragon Ball Z game, though, was made by Monolith Soft, the studio that makes Xenoblade Chronicles. It's called Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans. It's a turn-based RPG on the Nintendo DS. That's the best The best Dragon Ball Z game ever made is that one right there. Let's see. For a long time, I wrote off Dragon Ball because One Piece is just better, but DBZ inspired One Piece and almost every shonen heavily, so I got to give it props. Also, why the F are there no good? There are no good One Piece games. Yeah, I don't know why there's not like a lot of good One Piece games. I mean, there is One Piece Unlimited. Well, no, not that game's not very good. There's One Piece. There's an RPG that came out a couple of years ago that's actually pretty good. That's not bad. So did you play that game? One Piece. What is it called? That RPG from the One Piece RPG. I think that one's pretty good, isn't it? Or it's solid. Ultimate Battle 22, but they were not good. Yeah, I played the heck out of Ultimate Battle 22, and I thought it was good back when I played it, but I don't think it was actually good. But I thought it was good. One Piece Odyssey or something like that. Yeah, One Piece Odyssey. Kevin says, man, there was essentially Budokai 4, aka Infinite World. It came out the same year as Burst Limit, if I'm not mistaken. Did they do what was it called? Dragon Ball Z Infinite World? Dragon Ball Z Infinite World? Oh my goodness. Yeah. You're right, but was that... Yeah, there was called Dragon Ball Z. It's actually pretty rare. It's going for up to $200 on eBay on PS2. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Infinite World on the PS2. Oh my goodness. What year did that release? Yeah, it came out this... Yeah, you're right. It came out the same year, dude. It came out in November 2008. And Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit came out in like June or so. On the PS2, but this is a PS2. Oh my goodness. Let me look at Infinite Worlds. Oh my goodness. What is going on here? Oh my goodness. Yo, we gotta check this out. Dragon Ball Z Infinite World on the PS2. On the PS2. Training? This is not the whole game, is it? This can't be the whole game. Hold up. Okay, yeah, here's the regular fighting. It's just like Budokai. Yeah. Looks nothing like actual Dragon Ball Z in terms of the fighting. I'll hit him with the Kamehameha. Oh, the music's kind of lit though. I bet playing a Dragon Ball Z game on PSP back in the day was great. It was like the closest thing you're gonna get to like having a portable Budokai experience, right? I'm just gonna take that anime games are forever gonna be garbage unless made by Arxis. Oh man. My dream anime fighting game is like Sakurai style, like Smash Brothers style anime fighting game made by Bandai Namco and Masahiro Sakurai. That's like my dream. Like, you are my friend, my dream. Yeah, Bleach on the DS is actually really good. Yeah, Bleach on the DS is so good. So if you guys want a good Bleach game to play, check out the. I'm gonna show you guys this before we call it a night tonight. So Bleach DS games. The Bleach DS games are so good, man. They are so good. Let me show you guys some of it. Okay, here we go. The Bleach DS game, they're like Street Fighter. Zangetsu. But they're actually solid. Like, it might not look the way, but I'm telling you, this game is actually good. I think there's 3 Bleach games. One of them sucks. But the first 2 fighting games from Sega Bleach are really good. Really good games. I love that part right there. We're actually, because it's like from like the anime. It looks like the actual from the anime there. Not like pixelated or whatever, like sprite based. Yeah, like, Bankai. So good. When you do Bankai, obviously you get boosted attack power, speed, agility, different moves. It's actually somewhat complex with some good combo strings and stuff too. Like it's a good game, man. What they should do is they should have made this game. They should have took this game and they should have remade this game into a good, competent 2D fighter. That's what they should have done with Bleach. That's what they should have done, man. Battle Stadium Dawn. Oh, I've seen Battle Stadium Dawn. That game kind of sucks. And yes, there's Battle Stadium Dawn, and there's also Jump Superstars. Those are like Smash Brothers style games, but they suck. They're not good. I've played Battle Stadium Dawn. That's when like One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, like yeah, they're not very good. Oh man, yeah, but I've seen that one, man. I've seen it. I've played it. That game's disappointing. That game, you also have some type of weird Orochimaru looking freak. This Kurosuchi guy. It's terrible. We'll look that last one up before we call it a night. So, Battle Stadium. This game's actually good though. I don't know why they have Odihime fighting like that. All right. Yeah, this. Oh man, I remember this game. My brother had it too, so we can play it. Yeah, I remember this game. It's trash. It was cool. Look at all these characters. It's cool seeing One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto characters all fighting together. That's like what? But yeah, it's trash. It might look good right here, guys, but trust me, it ain't good. Trust me, it is not good. It is not good at all. Bad Smash Brothers clone for sure. You can tell the movements are all stiff. It's all, you can tell, man. You can just tell the movements are all stiff and music is trash. Oh man, yeah, it's garbage. I don't even want to look at it anymore. I'm so upset. But all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for coming out to tonight's stream. I do appreciate that. If you guys have not seen my most recent video today, please check out my most recent video. It is up on the channel. It is up. It is live, locked in, ready to go. So thank you guys. Let's see here. Thank you guys so much for the support, man. I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for being awesome. Appreciate you guys coming out to the stream. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys just being dope, man. You guys were great. So yeah, if you guys have not hit the like button yet, hit the like button. Let them know that we finished out the stream and you can watch the replay. There it is right there. There is the most recent video. Appreciate that, guys. Shout outs to Big Kevin. Thank you for the big dono, man. Ending the stream as the Hokage and the Stream Ninja. So I appreciate that. Also, thank you to my man Ralphie. It's your boy. My man Ralphie came through too at the end as well. Thank you to everybody that dropped some support at the end, getting us past a little bit past the goal there. Excuse me, Kevin. I'll put that right there for you as well. So appreciate that, guys. Hit that like button before you go. You guys are awesome. Love you guys so much. And we will see all of you tomorrow for a late night JoJo Friday. I might, if I don't do a late night one, I'll try to see if I can wake up early, get all my work done, take care of my boy, do everything. I might do one early. So if you're at work, you might be able to like watch it. I might want to do one early than just take like the night off because it'll be late. So if you guys don't see a stream like by 11 o'clock my time, so 11, 12, 1, 2, around 2, then it's going to be late. So it'll be a late night stream. So we'll see how it works out. All right, guys. So it might be early. It might be late. It'll either be early or late tomorrow. So there you go. All right, guys. Love y'all so much. We'll catch you guys for the next one. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Justice. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all. Let go. Hold up. Combo breaks. We do a combo breaker before we go.
Combo breaker!
and going further than beyond. Let's go, baby.